HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, the flagship station of your Sacramento Kings. It's Sactown Sports 1140. Sactown Sports Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports Headlines, I'm Jay Mars. It's been 176 days since the last time the Sacramento Kings took the floor, but that ends tonight as the Kings head down to LA to take on the Lakers in preseason game number 1. Coverage begins with game night at 6 p.m. on Sactown Sports. The 49ers take on the Rams this evening in a Monday Night Football battle of NFC West rivals. The last time these two teams took the field against one another was last season's NFC title game, which saw the Rams victorious on the heels of a fourth-quarter comeback, defeating San Francisco 20-17. The Raiders got in the win column for the first time this season yesterday against the Broncos.
Final knee, and the players scatter onto the field as the clock strikes 0. And it's a Vegas victory. Josh McDaniels, for the first time as head coach of the Silver and Black, gets a win.
Raiders running back Josh Jacobs led the team on the ground, rushing for 144 yards on 28 carries, scoring both of the Raiders' touchdowns. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone. When he's not on the microphone, he's playing a song. And when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay, hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Oh, man. Mackenzie Hughes won in a playoff. Oh, boy, have some golf. Uh-oh. What's the echo? Is that you? Is that me?
Oh, I'm sure it's me.
Is it you? Is it you? Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Morning.
Today.
I
consider myself.
Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, October the 3rd.
Over the 3.
Uh-huh. It is the tip-off of the Sacramento Kings season. Tonight. Against the hated Lakers. We have football, college and pro. We have a Monday Night Football game tonight. I mean, really, did you have to? We have to have the Kings' first preseason game and Monday Night Football with the Niners.
Yeah. If we could have done anything, move that one to Tuesday, the Kings.
Yes.
They don't play again until Sunday.
Right. So lame. Or move Monday Night Football.
Yeah, they do that for us. Or Lakers, stop playing at 7:30.
Thank you.
We're not in the 90s anymore.
Yeah, this isn't the 90s.
Yeah.
What?
What does that mean?
Ross, I'm Carmichael Dave. That's Jay Mars back there, who from the back weirdly looks like Moby. Never seen that. But yeah, no, well, not from the front. Now Jay just turned to me and gave me the dramatic squirrel. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Jason, I was at my son's soccer game on Saturday.
Let's go.
Not really. Not for this.
Yeah, I'm trying.
And hear it? Or is it just me? Okay, you hear it.
Now I do. But
is there an echo on the YouTube? It's but it's not an echo like your computer.
Yeah, I'm muted.
It's an echo like
through here.
Yeah, like I'm in the Jay, do you hear it in there? It's just a slight echo.
He has to.
Now
I do.
Now batting.
Pedro Borbon.
I mean, it's fine. We can do it. I'm curious if people can hear it on the out there because we're kind of tweaky like that.
It's gone. Nope.
It's not. You know what we should do is the entire show. We should just listen for the echo and not be professionals. This won't work online, but I found Dramatic Squirrel in the wild at my son's soccer game.
Oh, yeah. I saw that post. Oh, yeah.
It is. It's Dramatic Squirrel. I don't know if you can see it.
Yes.
I hear it now.
You hear it now?
Yeah.
This is going to be one of those things.
I don't know why.
I don't either. Hello.
What's on? Do you have anything open that's not muted because all your programming is up?
Let's see. How about now? Ooh,
what was it? It's gone.
Hold on. Hello. Okay, not that. Hello.
Okay, let's not do that again.
That one is bad.
That's the button. Turn that one off. What button is that? Just out of curiosity.
That's the echo.
Oh, the echo button.
It's the USB though. But my YouTube is muted. So, okay, well, whatever. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Everything is fine, friends.
It's great. All right, well, no sounds today, I guess. That's fine. It is, listen, it is preseason. And so we're going to work some kinks out, and we have some exciting stuff coming to you. When are we announcing this, Jay? By the way, the thing about the thing.
Not yet.
Okay, not yet.
Not yet about the thing.
But at some point we will. It'll
Yes.
be all scheduled out.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. In advance.
It will be.
It will be.
It is.
Okay. I don't know. There's a lot here. My daughter got a ukulele from my mom.
Okay. Oh wait, I have some questions.
Okay.
First, I'm going to go in order.
Okay.
You did pizza.
I did.
Did you go to the place to eat the pizza?
I did.
Okay, so I saw the pizza post, but I think he's there.
So it's kind of.
Did we go chain or did you find a mom and pop?
I went to Mountain Mike's.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That's a chain.
everybody identified it by the pepperoni cups.
They did because it's very
the curl on the edge.
And the little known secret, and they would get mad at me for this, but I grew up at this place, so eat one. Like I'm not ripping them, but Mark and Monica's and Mountain Mike's are like cousins.
Yeah.
Like it's the same formula. It's the same pepperoni cups, unless they've changed. In the last few years.
Cheese, sauce.
No, but have you eaten?
crust.
But you've eaten at Mountain Mike's.
Yeah.
The pepperoni cups are very specific. I've said before I could probably eat a bag of those.
They're the risers,
just like chips. They're the curlers,
and they collect the
grease.
Yeah.
So it was really kind of a sad and fat thing on Friday. This is like
didn't I call that? That's what you wanted to do.
This was the Adventures of Fatty.
And you looked at me like I said something mean.
Look, because my thing is this: for both Round Table and Mountain Mike's, the best thing is the buffet. Right, the lunch buffet. You can get out of there for like $10 with a drink, a salad, and all you can eat.
And 3,000 calories.
Yeah, well, and it's great too because it gives you a chance to test out different pizzas. Right, it's what I call it's like a scouting mission. Right, it's combine, it's pizza combine. You're like, normally I would never order this pizza. I'm not going to go waste my $30 pizza day on chicken bacon ranch artichoke or whatever, but if it's on the buffet,
which is a fantastic pizza.
I'm just saying I might try a slice, right? So I went there, and I won't say the location, for a reason that will be clear in a second. But
Greater Sacramento area.
The sad thing is that here's what I'm on my way home from the station, right? I had to I had to do something on Friday. I had to run an errand or some crap. Nope, I was on my way home. What did I do? Wait a minute.
The remote.
Oh, yeah, I did the remote. That was awesome. By the way, thank you to everybody that came out to. Seriously, I was telling Jason before the show started. Like, I don't know if it's because it was in El Dorado Hills. I don't know if it was the pull of the brand new Amy, Ace Hardware. I don't know. It's because
I think it was the power of the radio. Carmichael Dave.
So I was going to say, so many people came out today. Jack came out, loyal listener. Jack came out. There's another gentleman who owns a chain of cookie places that brought me a whole dozen cookies.
Wow.
And not like Chips Ahoy, God bless them, but these are like gourmet, frosted, amazing, like ridiculous cookies, right?
They're gone.
Oh, wait, you mean like bring them in? They wouldn't have lasted this
That's
long.
what I just said. They're gone.
Come on. And so I did that, and then I'm on my way home. And so what I did is from El Dorado Hills to Roseville, I Google mapped every Mountain Mike's and Round Table. And then I would call and ask if they had the buffet. And like I went 0 for 5 until finally I found one. They're like, yeah, great. It was this real nice lady. Yeah, come on in. I go in there. I get my buffet plate. I start munching pizza, right? Pizza.
Yeah, pizza. Don't call it pizza.
And then all of a sudden, a couple of dudes come in, look like they were, roofers or something. They work for a living, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, I'll be with you in a second. And it was like literally, I'm not even joking. I count. It was like 9 minutes until she got to them. And these guys, again, work for a living. They're on a lunch break. You can tell them they were getting a little, but they were super polite and nice about it. And then so as I was up there, she looked really like disheveled and busy and stressed. And I said, it's just you and a delivery driver, hon. She goes, yes, I'm so sorry. I'm like, don't be sorry. I'm like, you're doing an amazing job, and this is garbage. Like,
and Dave gave her a bumper sticker.
I did.
He got behind the counter and started working.
I would have. I felt so bad for this person, and I wanted to help in some way, and I couldn't, of course. But that's what you're saving money. The franchise people think, but you're not. You're turning off customers. That's ridiculous. And this poor lady was making pizzas, taking orders, folding boxes, doing all this stuff that couldn't wait. One person wrecking crew. I felt so terrible for her, but I did get my pizza. And it was
That's all
amazing.
that mattered.
It was amazing. You said did you have other? I was wrapping it up because
I also saw what was the New York theme?
I had so my wife, this is going to sound really bad. My wife was in Southern California at my mother-in-law's for the weekend. So, of course, that was Saturday. I had bachelor night. It was because Mason was at a friend's house and Avery was actually my sister's up from LA too. So she was at my parents' house. They had a little girl slumber party type of thing. So, of course, I'm a bachelor. So what I do, I had a couple of ladies over, just me and them. Sounds great. And it was Katie Christensen and our very good friend Desi.
Oh, you also had a girls' night.
I did have a girls' night. So my wife's out of town. Had a couple of beautiful ladies over. Just the three of us. Sounds great, right?
Right.
And I cooked dinner for them, and they drank a little bit of wine, and we watched Hocus Pocus too, because I got outvoted, and then they left, and then I did the dishes. And boy, there's a couple appetites there.
Boy.
Oh my goodness.
Jay, how was your Saturday? Sounds probably better.
Just so much better.
It was amazing.
Went to the Mather Air Show, took Isaiah to see the planes.
That's much better.
You know what I mean? Also had pizza with friends, and that was fun. Got home. I don't know what happened after that. Oh, I went to bed pretty early because I had something to do yesterday.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. Because,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sorry. The three of you guys, your adventures sound like a freaking sitcom. Like I could write an entire season
Katie
about
Desi,
it.
Yeah, it's look, I don't want to blow them up, so I won't talk about the subject matter, but let's just say 90% of the subject matter made me just want to cut my ears out.
Hocus Pocus was better.
Yeah, like and it was ridiculously terrible.
How was the acting? How was the plot?
It was
How's Sarah Jessica Parker looking these days?
Bette Midler.
SJP. And then the third one who nobody knows.
I don't even know who that
Kathy
is.
Najimy.
Who?
Isn't that Kathy Najimy?
Sure.
Come on. They're your Hocus Pocus actresses.
Anyway, this is a super awesome girls' night. Stoked. Let's talk about hey! Speaking of my social life, let's talk about somebody I hit the links with last Thursday. Oh, Shelby. Good old Shelby. United Wholesale Lending. Well, let me reset a little bit because I'm always doing hey, they got the thing and the thing and the thing. But let me remind you about Shelby, the whole get up over there. Local lender. Reputation to uphold. Not corporate, your loan number 8,000 of the month and Johnny corporate CEO guy has no idea who you are. No, the people that own the thing know you. You're not just a number. You can take cash out, lower your interest rate. Yeah, lower your interest rate. You heard me. Or purchase a home. Shelby's your guy. It's who I used twice. Their team can close a purchase loan in 17 days. 17 days. That gives you speed on your side. Working with a local lender helps you compete with cash offers. Hey, if you've been waiting for the market to slow down on the purchase side and you want to get in there with a deal, not only are prices lower, but if you can get it done quickly like that, under 3 weeks, about 2 weeks, you got a leg up. Get hold of Shelby at refinancewithshelby.com. That's refinancewithshelby.com. NMLS number 279051. BRE number 018643544. When we return. Week 4 in the NFL happened, and forget everything else. We've got Kings basketball. Monday Night Football with the Niners tonight. Matt Barrows joins us at 8 o'clock. It is a big, fat, Harry Show. And it starts next.
Live and past broadcasts of the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and Cattles and Rami.
Interviews, podcasts, and more.
They all live on the Sactown Sports 1140 app. Download the app now in the App Store and Google Play.
Let's do it.
It's time for Leading Off.
Brought to you by Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge, where for over 60 years, their name means a great deal in Elk Grove Auto Mall and online at elkgrovedodge.com. Here's cut number 1.
All right. Hold on. You did it? No. I didn't want you to say it.
Sacramento has equaled their biggest lead. They're up by 6 now as the Wizards get their first touch.
I wanted to do
Game
it.
over.
I wanted to do it on my own.
I know, but it's kind of like letting your son walk for the first time. You just want to hover over and make sure they're okay. Don't break themselves, break anything, put a fork in the electrical outlet.
Put a fork in your...
Just trying to be a good dad.
Great cut. Easy throw down
Great
here
cut.
for Davion Mitchell on a feed from De'Aaron Fox. That's the way you come out and execute at the quarter break. Sacramento has equaled their biggest lead. They're up by 6 now as the Wizards get their first touch.
Baby, on my way. Gotta figure it. Well, what?
Take that, Wizards.
Yeah, take that. See,
You're a wizard, Harry.
They're a wizard. Kings basketball. Why did that get me? Kings basketball, 7:30. What does that make the pregame?
That makes it 7.
7 o'clock pregame. I just started doing this.
Yes.
7 o'clock pregame, 7:30 tip right here on the Sports. Hey, 11 Forte. I saw Gary Gerald playing yesterday.
Yeah.
Malik Monk in all purple. All purple. Like shoes, bag, shirt, pants.
Going back to the Lakers, huh?
Oh, wow. I want to break down. By the way, there were a couple of guys, like there was one, I forget which player it was, had like a fanny pack.
Mhm.
That was it. And everyone else is like toting 2 carry-ons and like a bag and all that one guy.
For a one-day trip.
Yes. And
Yeah.
Raises a great question, by the way.
Yeah.
Are fanny packs socially acceptable again?
to some people, I can't do it.
But they're wearing them like over the
Yeah,
chest
I-
now.
yeah,
it's
I
not
don't-
like
I
necessarily
want
a
to see
fanny
Dave
pack.
with a fanny
No,
pack over
well,
the
you're
chest.
gonna be waiting a long time.
Okay.
Also, like they're all carrying bags of food that look like they're from the same place. So here was also my question: is there like a food buffet and you can just grab it before you get on the plane?
Not normally.
Did somebody just go get an order of I don't know what it was? Or do they all just separately go? Does everybody just get food for the plane? Which I thought there was food on the
There's
plane.
generally there's a good
Good
amount of
food.
food on the plane. Yeah.
Warm cookies.
Yes. With milk, if you choose.
No, really.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I want to be an. Why did I not win? Why could I not have been an NBA player?
There's still time.
Is there?
I mean, why are you giving up on that?
That is true. There are players older than me in the NBA. No, there's not. Maybe. I don't know. Wait, I'd have to look. We'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
Kings, Lakers tonight. Yeehaw. And we got a lot on that today. Don't you worry. Number 2.
Cut number 2.
Final knee, and the players scatter onto the field as the clock strikes 0, and it's a Vegas victory. Josh McDaniels, for the first time as head coach of the Silver and Black, gets a win.
Hey.
Jackpot, baby.
Jackpot. Wait, no.
Well, still a win.
It
In Vegas.
9-point win. The Raiders. So does this mean the Raiders are 10 points better than the Niners?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
We'll find out on New Year's Day when they play each other.
Hey, listen, 32 points on that Bronco defense.
That's good.
The Bronco defense that looked super odd. The Broncos had given up 17, 9, and 10 points. So that is a grand total of 35 points in 3 games. And the Raiders scored 32 in one game. Yeah.
Best team in the league, I think.
I think this is where they really start turning it on. Derek Carr had no touchdowns, but he also had no interceptions. And
Jacobs was great.
Yeah, this is a Josh Jacobs game. It was Jacobs and Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams had 101 of Derek Carr's 188 passing yards. So that's a pretty good percentage. He was targeted 13 times, caught 9 of them. And you remember week 1, what was it? He was targeted 11, 12, something crazy, and had a great week. Last couple of weeks, nothing there. Matt Collins, who's really kind of emerged as their second receiver, also had 3 catches. Darren Waller with 3 catches. Josh Jacobs, in addition to his 28 carries for $144 and 2 touchdowns, He also had 5 catches for 31 yards. One of the best games of his career.
Yes.
Also set a career mark for rushing yards inside the tackles, and I believe leads the league inside the tackles. I was looking at next-gen stats yesterday. 32-23, and Josh McDaniels will not be fired winless.
No.
No.
But he's going to be fired.
He's gone.
At least a win.
Gone. I don't know. Go Raiders. Yay. Yay for the Raider fans.
Yes,
Right?
sure.
Okay, number 3.
Cut number 3.
Second and goal, 3-yard line. Charlie Warner moves in motion out right next to George Kittle. Quick throw. It is caught by Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, San Francisco. Right off the line of scrimmage, Jimmy finds Brandon Ayuk.
Feels great, baby. Feels great, baby.
Big game tonight.
Really big game tonight. NFC West implications.
Mm-hmm.
Rematch of the NFC Championship.
The Niners have played them well.
Niners have played them really well. Kyle Shanahan apparently owns Sean McVay, except for the one game last year.
Yeah, that's a pretty important game.
Beat him 2-3. A lot going on here, and the Niners are 1-2. They're 1 win over the hapless Seahawks, who did win yesterday. But the Niners had a pretty cushy first 3 games. Last year they had a pretty cushy first 3 games. Went 2-1. This year they just went 1-2, so changing it up a little bit. And with the Panthers and Falcons, both road games though, but the Panthers and Falcons both coming up next. This is a chance for the Niners to get a little bit healthy in the win column. That's Monday Night Football tonight. And when you look at the Rams and what they've done, and again, we just talked about the Broncos. It's not necessarily an indicator, but the Rams have given up 31-27 and then 12 points to the Cardinals last week. They have won 2 in a row after getting shellacked by the Bills at home in that first game. So this is a big game. George Kittle is playing. Jimmy Garoppolo hopefully will bounce back.
Mm-hmm.
And God knows what's going to happen. Big night for Jeff Wilson. I don't know.
Needs to be, or someone else. I mean, they need to get some support. Jimmy, that to me tonight's about Jimmy. Like, how does he look? Because he was so bad last week.
He was, and I think, and again, we're going to talk a lot about this. Also, Matt Barrows will join us at 8 to talk about this. So the Niners have added Marlon Mack, former Colts running back. At least that's where I remember him. Jordan Mason, Jeff Wilson Jr. For me, if you told me right now that the Niners will rush for over 100 yards, which is
collectively,
I like their chances tonight. Jimmy has to be better, but here's the problem. If they can't run the ball, they're just going to drop everyone back, including Jalen Ramsey, who's going to cancel out Debo. My fear also is Trent Williams being out.
Yeah.
They're going to need to keep George Kittle in a little bit more. And if that's the case, that's one less safety valve for Jimmy, or at least a minor one with these little 3-yard outs. I worry.
Well, and the other part about what's been incredible has been their defense, but I don't think they've played a great offense yet. So I want to see what they do today. I mean, because they've looked really good. But again, Seattle, though Seattle scored a bunch of points yesterday, Denver and Chicago, not the best offenses in the league.
Nope. Here we go tonight. So we'll have a lot of conversation about that. Monday Night Football, Sacramento Kings preseason, and let's get into that Kings preseason next. Let's just have a general conversation with tonight really being the tip-off of the season, sort of, if you will. We have a return on the text line that we haven't seen since the offseason. And then let's look into your expectations. I mean, realistically, what are your expectations right now? Because I want to mark that down and see how that adjusts, if at all, during the preseason. We'll dip our toes in the water next.
When it comes to the Kings,
nobody has you covered like we do.
Right now, we're joined by our friend Davion Mitchell.
The playoff drought is on Kings fans' minds. There's no way around that, Davion.
It's kind of been on everyone's mind, and that's the thing in Sacramento. But, I mean, we just try to go out there and be the hardest team to play every day. I think the main thing is we're going to play defense. I think this year we're going to come in a defensive-minded team, and I think that's going to win us a lot more games.
The best Kings talk.
The flagship.
Sactown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Individual rates, coverage, offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions, not available in all areas. Hey, small business owner, when's the last time you checked your workers' comp rate? For many small businesses, workers' comp insurance is one of their biggest costs, but some don't check their rate often. Did you know rates can vary? In fact, taking 3 minutes to check your rate with Pi Insurance could save you up to 30%. Just go to trypi.com, share a few details about your business, and get a quote that's customized for you with no hassle or hidden fees. We know you're busy, but spending just a few minutes to check your rate could save you money. Plus, with Pi, you can have peace of mind knowing your employees are protected. Our team of friendly customer representatives are just a call away, ready to help. It's no wonder customers rate us excellent on Trustpilot. Find out how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi or get a quote at trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
Get ready for a new season of Sacramento Kings basketball.
Two-hand jam has me on my feet.
The season tips off at Golden One Center on October 19th when the Kings take on the Portland Trailblazers. Join the loudest fans in the NBA.
This is one of those magical moments.
Get your tickets to cheer on Fox, Sabonis, rookie Keegan Murray, and the new-look Kings at a game this season.
Murray, yes!
Tickets are on sale now at kings.com/tickets. Secure your seat for the action today.
Hey, sports fans, the team at M&S Auto Group loves it when a repeat customer tells a friend about their great truck shopping experience with us. We appreciate that. And if you're a newcomer, welcome. M&S Auto Group has more than 300 super clean cars, trucks, and SUVs on site, and plenty of 4x4s and American muscle cars for people like you that work hard and play hard. Want a new ride? Come and get yours. MS Auto Group. MSAutogroup.com.
Kevin Harlan here from Monday Night Football on Westwood One. Join me and Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner for a great NFC West matchup. Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams travel north to take on the San Francisco 49ers with quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. Who will get the early division win in this great rivalry on Monday Night Football?
Get ready for the game with more details and preview at westwoodonesports.com.
I had a nighttime routine for my frequent heartburn. I would drink milk, I would sleep upright with more pillows, but that painful burning stayed. So I made Prilosec OTC part of my morning routine. With just one pill in the morning, Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid production, blocking heartburn day and night. Now I have a new nighttime routine. I call it sleeping.
One pill, 24 hours, zero heartburn. With Prilosec OTC. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you 24/7 with supplies and solutions for every industry and access to product specialists ready to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hello, Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store with a question for you. How do you like your job? Let me rephrase that. Are you glad you have a job and want to do your best at it? Well, I've got a terrific job, the best. But I know it could all be gone tomorrow. I've got to be at my very best so I can do my best every day. And I can't afford to let anything take me off my game. That includes sore feet or an aching back, even plantar fasciitis, the worst. If you lead an active lifestyle, play or work on your feet, come to the Good Feet store now for a free personalized arch support fitting and test walk. Don't settle for solutions that don't solve anything. Your Good Feet arch support specialist will personally fit you with that one pair just right for you, free. Then you can take them for a walk around the store or around the center to experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support that is Good Feet. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, and Modesto, online at goodfeet.com.
Sacramento State football is back at home this Saturday versus Northern Colorado. Game time, 6 p.m. at Hornet Stadium. Get your tickets at hornetsports.com.
Sactown Sports
Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. It's been 176 days since the last time the Sacramento Kings took the floor, but that ends tonight as the Kings head down to LA to take on the Lakers in preseason game number 1. Coverage begins with game night at 6 p.m. on Sactown Sports. The 49ers take on the Rams this evening in a Monday Night Football battle of NFC West rivals. The last time these two teams took the field against one another was last season's NFC title game, which saw the Rams victorious on the heels of a fourth quarter comeback defeating San Francisco 20-17. The Raiders got in the win column for the first time this season yesterday against the Broncos.
Final knee, and the players scatter onto the field as the clock strikes 0, and it's a Vegas victory. Josh McDaniels, for the first time as head coach of the Silver and Black, gets a win.
Raiders running back Josh Jacobs led the team on the ground, rushing for 144 yards on 28 carries, scoring both of the Raiders' touchdowns. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
You know they've been here for a combined 50 years. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports 1140.
I can't remember, dang it. What is it? You know love them something.
That's
but
it.
I don't, because I don't need them.
Just like Jay-Z.
I'm a pimp in every sense of the word.
I know.
Smooth.
I know 15%. I can remember 15%.
That's not bad. That's a good ratio.
Yeah. Good morning. Welcome in.
Good morning.
Kings preseason tonight. Let's just get this out of the way, and we'll say it 75 more times, and then, of course, the listeners will be silly with it. I don't know how you can watch the game.
NBA TV.
Is it on NBA TV?
It is. According to the Kings website, it is NBA TV and Sactown Sports.
But it's always on the radio.
God, then I'm deleting it. Yes, Sactown Sports, right here. Okay, I'm deleting my new pin tweet then. Because I get tired of it every year, and then it's like everyone comes to us as a TV guide, which I get.
Tonight's NBA TV game 2 is on NBC Sports, and then 3 and 4 are radio only.
Oh, the second game is NBC Sports?
Correct.
Oh, not the last one.
Nope.
Really?
Yeah. Again, this is according to the Kings website. So
yeah. Okay. Well,
if the information is false, that's who to blame.
Okay. Second game is that's the home game against the Blazers.
Right.
And then at the Suns, who got trounced yesterday by Australia.
The 36ers.
Yeah. What even is that? Is that like when Australia
less than the 76ers?
It's like 40% worse than the Sixers.
Not for nothing. Ben Simmons preseason Nets debut tonight in Philly. That's fun.
Boo.
Oh God, is it really?
I believe it's in Philly. I know they're playing the Sixers.
Let me look here. That's brutal. No, it's in Brooklyn.
Oh, damn it.
I know, right? But still, somebody's gonna clothesline him.
That's true.
On the Sixers.
It'll be Joel.
And he's like, oh, don't do that to me. Because he's Australian.
Yeah, that's just how Ben Simmons talks.
Just like it.
What do we want out of tonight?
A win.
Do we want I'll start off. I'm looking at Keegan Murray.
Mm-hmm.
That's my main focus.
Okay.
I mean, other things, of course, but Keegan, Fox and Monk in the backcourt at times.
Defense?
Yeah, there was a real cool clip put up. And by the way, it's weird. Like, doesn't it seem like there's a lot more access to practices under Mike Brown?
Yeah. And that's generally based on the head coach. So maybe Coach Brown's a little more comfortable with that.
And you saw him not in a bad way. I mean, it was really awesome. Like he was kind of breaking down Davion Mitchell a little bit. Yeah, Sean Cunningham at Fox 40 put up a clip. That was about 2 minutes of Mike Brown just he wasn't screaming at him. I don't want to give the wrong idea. He was coaching Davion Mitchell. And you don't see that. You don't see that publicly.
Right.
And in my head, I'm kind of having an internal battle because on one hand, I'd love to see it. Like, here's a guy not only coaching, he's coaching defense to our best defensive player.
Right.
Like, he's coaching defense to our best defensive player. And part of me goes, well, why? Davion's a guy who plays defense.
Yeah, but he's not perfect.
Sure.
You need to work on things.
And then the other thing is, well, is it good to see that? Like, I don't know. Is that going to be weird for players? Did Davion appreciate that? I don't know. I just worry about all this stuff.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big a deal to players. I mean, to me, I've always thought all the coaching is done in practice. I mean, if you have to get to the game and, hey, I need you, like that stuff needs to be already there and in place. And you're just trying to execute everything you've worked on in the game.
I want to see how Keegan Murray, how this translates. Now you're not playing Summer League. You're playing, and I understand it's preseason, but still. I want to see how he translates in the offense. And obviously the offense is going to be an interesting thing. They've added a lot of shooting.
Mm-hmm.
The rotations will be interesting. And where does Davion Mitchell fit in? And see Mike Brown out there. I mean, I don't know how we can really tell how he's coaching, but it will be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I go back to last year's preseason because there was a lot of continuity. Coaching staff was back. A lot of the players were back. And I actually thought the King, I know they won the games for whatever that's worth in the preseason, but I actually thought they looked really good.
Yeah, I did
So I mean,
too.
there was a really encouraging way to go into the season, though. If you win the preseason games, to me, it doesn't really matter. It's how you look, and they looked good. 5-4 start. That's probably when they peaked, and then it really fell apart. So, but I think defense for me is really one of the things I'm going to be looking at. It's not going to be an end-all, be-all tonight, but does it look better? Are there concepts that look like they've worked on and they look better collectively?
They won all 4 preseason games last year, starting out with an 11-point win over Phoenix, a 15-point win down in LA against the Clippers, a 14-point win in Portland, and then a 4-point win against the Lakers at home. They were 4-0. That was after winning the Summer League championship. So you look at that, and like you said, they looked great.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of excitement. And as you said, this started out 3-2, including the opening night win in Portland, at Phoenix, at New Orleans, which ended up being a really good win after New Orleans started out crappily, kind of the Western Conference version of the Celtics, the way they started out. And then 2 home losses, tight home losses by 9 and by 12 to Golden State and Utah, 2 very good teams last year. Obviously, the guys who went on to win the championship. But so I don't know. That's the thing. You have to really, I'd rather them win it than not, but maybe I want them to go 0-3. 0-4 in the preseason. If that's what they did last year, they went undefeated and came out. There's really no rhyme or reason in what you can pick up on other than just how are they meshing, how are they looking, how are they shooting. But ultimately, it's just a chance to get some actual Kings basketball in front of you.
Yeah, and I think some of the things that we learned when we were at Media Day, like Rashawn Holmes told us, look, I've really been working on my game extending the floor. So, like, does Rashawn take a 3-pointer or 2? Like, how does that look? Does that look right? Does it look comfortable? I know Sabonis has been working on 3-pointers. Does those look better? So I think like the points of emphasis that individuals worked on, I'll look for. Certainly Keegan, because he's a new member, and some of the other, maybe deeper cuts. KZ Okpala, Dellavedova, Quinn Cook, like some of those guys.
Data.
Yeah. How do they look?
I going into the season, if I had to pick, I think Keegan's the obvious one. Fox some might say might be the obvious one, having to come out strong. To your point, will Rashawn Holmes have a bounce back year? And if so, what a great front line with Sabonis. There are a lot of different things you can look at. I was forcing myself to pick one player that I'm really going to be obsessed with coming out of the box, and I think that player is Davion Mitchell.
Okay.
I look at the way he finished last year, and I need right now, here's the question going into my head, and it seems silly, but I would invite you simply to either drag me in January or pat me on the back in January. I need to understand I need this question to be answered. Will Davion Mitchell be the best all-around guard on the team by the end of the season? Because by the way, there is no way he's going to score like the air. Let's just get that done right now. But the way he finished last year, the way his shooting improved, the way his threes improved, and you add in everything he does on the other side of the ball, which I think really helps set the tone for the rest of the team, or can. Davion Mitchell, when on the floor and when locked in on defense, which is always, is the tip of he can be the point of the spear on defense. He can be your first line of defense, which in a sense, if he gets that help behind him, and maybe Keegan Murray's that guy who's going to help now in the middle. And by the way, in the middle, I mean, you have the perimeter, you have the post. In the middle, I mean, in the middle of that part of the floor, not down low. That can help a Rashawn, who has proven to be adept at blocking shots, and Domantas Sabonis, who is, even if he can just be an average defender this year, would be a bump.
Sure.
I expect really good things out of Davion Mitchell this year. I think work ethic pays off. I think he has one of the best work ethics in the NBA.
Ever.
Correct. We knew that coming in.
Yeah.
And the way he finished last year and the reports you hear about, shockingly, his work in the summertime, I think it's going to be an incredibly interesting year for Mitchell. And that's going to direct a lot of what the Kings do or don't do in the future.
I think he's incredibly exciting too. I just like that easy to root for, works so hard, has a good just approach to the game. Is like there's not a lot of emotion out of him, even though if you feel like it's in there, he just goes on to the next play.
And veteran Davion Mitchell.
Yeah.
Maybe establishing more of that leadership claw in there. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's look at a number of things. We're going to clean up the weekend a little bit. We've got some Tua Tagovailoa fallout. Also, Stingers up. And a couple of baseball notes, too. Yeah. And then my favorite baseball team is no longer in contention for the playoffs. We'll recap all that next.
Kings insiders Frankie Cardoselli and Chris Watkins give you all things Kings on the return of the Roar podcast.
With these two sitting next to me now, certainly feel comforted.
You can sign up for free at SactownSports.com.
Buying or selling your luxury home is a lot like being on the first tee of an unfamiliar golf course. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with a word about Nick Sadek, Sotheby's International Realty. In golf, a great caddy will explain the difference between risk and reward and will guide you to a successful finish. Navigating the world of luxury real estate is best left to experienced professionals who recognize that exceeding your expectations is what leads to long-lasting, productive relationships. As a full-service residential and commercial real estate firm, Nick Sadek, Sotheby's International Realty will focus on your needs and ultimately your satisfaction. The team of top-producing listing and selling agents understands the distinct needs of high-wealth clients. When you want help avoiding hazards with your real estate necessities, visit nicksadek.com. They're way over par, and in this case, that's a very good thing. Nick Sadek, Sotheby's International Realty.
California Department of Real Estate license number 020156663.
At EasyCater, food for work is our thing. It's literally all we've done for 15 years. Whether you need to feed a meeting or the whole company, we're here to make sure the food is professionally delivered, on time, as ordered, and all within your budget. No wonder we get orders from 93% of Fortune 500 companies. Food for work is what we do, and no one knows it better. Order 24/7 from over 95,000 restaurants on EasyCater.com. EasyCater, food for work. That's our thing.
Sure, we have 30 seconds to tell you that drivers who switch to Progressive could save big. But then what? Well, there is a nice piece of stock music playing behind me that a talented composer worked really hard on. So let's enjoy it. Wow, almost overshadows the saving big when you switch to Progressive part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Life is full of choices. When buying a car, there's only one choice. Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda. Choose from our great selection and get top dollar for your trade. Pre-order today in person, online, over the phone, with no contract and no deposit necessary. Then simply pick it up when it arrives.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here.
Stimulating conversation about kitchen gadgets and baseball cards.
I think that's really crazy interesting.
It's the Carmichael Day Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Jason and I were just having a conversation. Mainly me and Jason was listening, and I appreciate his patience. But the anniversary of the debut of the show Soul Train 51 years ago over the weekend happened, and they had a clip. They start out and there's like a guy and a girl, and they're dancing, and they're kind of moving forward towards the camera, and then they move to the side. A new group comes out, and they're dancing. There was like 5 pairs of burnt orange bell-bottom pants, and every shirt was unbuttoned down to the middle for the guys. The taco meat hanging out, and everyone's dancing. It's a great time. Music's great and all that. And it made me think everything is cyclical. But how have bell-bottoms not come back yet? They look so cool when you're dancing.
I think there's been different versions of them, not the complete ones that they had back in the 70s.
Yeah.
But like
how's that not happen?
Boot cut flares at the bottom a little bit. My wife has a couple.
Does she?
Yeah.
Well, good for her. That trend
she
setter. She's a
them.
tastemaker.
Yeah, she is.
The peg pants aren't ever going to come back. Bell bottoms.
It's the big thing is for women right now, especially, is the Gen Zers have adopted the baggy or 90s style jeans. For girls.
Really?
Oh, dude.
Bring those back.
All over campus, it's nothing but baggy jeans. And I'm like, wait a tick. This has been done before.
I still might have a pair or two of those. You know what else is baggy, too, is Shirley Tony's wallet.
Well done.
Thank you.
He got all the bag.
Well done indeed.
Thank you. Appreciate it. 1 year, $30 million. All right.
Okay. I'd like to see him try to pitch and hit. Try two things at once.
Oh, listen, they got him for another year.
Yeah.
And now he'll be in the reigning MVP next year. He's gonna have a
Excuse me?
What?
I heard that.
I didn't.
That didn't slide through.
Huh? 1 year, $30 million. This dude's gonna crack $500 million, I think.
Okay.
It's all said and done. I think he's gonna crack $500 million. You're getting two for the price of one. It's a bargain at twice the price.
It is.
And let's not, again, one last note about Shohei Ohtani. Let's not dismiss this. He's an all-star caliber batter. He's an all-star caliber pitcher.
Correct.
All that in itself is, let's say, worth, I don't know, 10 years, 400. Okay, whatever. You're also dominating the Japanese market, and baseball is huge in Japan. So much like Yao Ming with China, and granted, NBA basketball was nowhere near as established in China when Yao came in as baseball has been. And I mean, that is like really a national sport. Huge over there. But Shohei transcends.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just from a business standpoint, whether it's the Angels or whomever, you're going to have that. You see the background advertising already when Shohei is pitching, when Shohei is hitting, especially. That's going to knock out a good portion of that contract right there.
Yeah, but it needs to be whomever, because it's not translating for anything for the Angels. Maybe for fan base, but not wins.
Totally
and he's been, it's a lot like Trout. Are we going to waste these years of these great players?
Could not agree more. Let's fly around here a little bit. Tua Tagovailoa still at the top of a lot of people's minds. An unaffiliated doctor involved in the decision to clear him the week before last has been fired, according to an ESPN report yesterday. According to an NFL source, the neurotrauma consultant made, quote, several mistakes while evaluating Tagovailoa, who, as we all saw, seemed to exhibit concussion symptoms. According to the report, the Players Association opted to exercise its right to dismiss the doctor as part of an agreement with the league to fire an unaffiliated neurotrauma consultant without agreement from the other party. So that's a Players Association rule. They did not comment. This is quite interesting, I think. Because here's what this triggers now, amongst other things. And it sounds like there's going to be adjustments to the concussion protocols, including something about motor skills. If there's some sort of motor skill issue spotted with any player, whether related to head trauma or not, they're automatically out of the game now, like when we saw Tua stumble and fall to the ground.
That's awful.
But what I find interesting about this is that the Players Association has the right to fire this doctor. I'm very curious. I want Tua to be healthy more than anything, but I'm also curious as to what the legal ramifications of this can be. First off, how do you demonstrate what you cannot? You can't say, and I'm sorry to be crass about this, but you can't say Tua, because of those concussions, now has 15% more CTE. In fact, the saddest thing is that you can't really discover the extent of the CTE until the player dies and you examine their brain. So there's it's almost impossible to prove something. But at some point, whether it's now or in the future, is Tua going to be able to file a suit with the NFL that they did not protect him as are contracted to do, as they are, and further proven by the fact that the doctor was fired? Now, all of a sudden, that is a huge bullet in his gun in the courtroom if he decides to do that. And the reason why I care about that is not because Tua would get richer, although good for him, but it's that type of stuff that's going to really. This isn't going away.
No, and that's why you have this stuff in place to protect these guys.
Right.
But it just seemed like there was negligence there.
Yes.
But how do you prove it? Right? Because I think that second hit could have still happened with the end result. It's just we saw the one before, and this is so close. And when people debated whether he should play, it's just such a terrible look.
It is a terrible look, and we'll continue to follow that, obviously, will the sports world. On the brighter side of football, whenever you want to smile when it comes to football, if professional football is making you angry, you can always turn to college football.
1st and 10 for the Hornets at the 16. Dunaway looking left, now back to the right, throws a release valve to Scatterbo. He's going to lose one. He does. Scatterbo to the 10. Jump cut to the 5. Scatterbo is in. Oh! And Scatteroo lowers the boom at the goal line, seeking punishment, drops the defender, touchdown Hornets.
Okay, I have a question because
Yes.
this is my favorite college player in the country. And forgive me if they do this because I listened to a course. Who was the play-by-play guy? Whoever that is. By the way, can I want to come up and I want to do a game with you at some point. And every time somebody scores a touchdown, I just want to be like, yeah! Right in the middle of your call. Is it a thing yet where like when he scores, does the crowd boo?
They haven't. Well, they've been on the road. That was the third straight road game.
I feel like that needs to be a thing. Like, like
Scatteroo,
right? Because historically, that's one of the great things in the NFL, especially is like who was it? Was it Kuhn? Kuhn? Well, I forget.
John Kuhn.
John Kuhn.
Yeah.
Ooh. Like anytime there's an ooh in a guy's name, the whole crowd boos, but it's like a happy boo.
Yeah. I
feel like Scatteroo needs. I mean, it's literally boo.
Right.
You got to boo him
right at the end.
Right.
Yeah, and he's amazing.
He is.
That play right there at the very end. So every other player in the league or in football, like their goal line's there, he's going to score. He could run at an angle, get in scot-free. He sees the guy running, and he's like, okay.
Yeah. Let's go.
I'm going to blast you. And he blasts the guy into the end zone.
Which is fantastic.
He's just crazy.
And you know what? You probably don't know this, but he wasn't done.
What?
No, he was not.
Miller goes in motion. Handoff goes to Scatteroo. Scatteroo up the middle. Scatteroo gets to the second level. Runs through 1, 20, 15. He's going to stiff arm and dives for the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Cameron Scatteroo.
Oh, that's fantastic. 4-0 for the first time in 40 years?
Yes, they've never been 5-0. So this week they have a chance to do that.
But their work cut out for them, right?
Yes.
This is Montana.
Not yet.
No.
Soon.
I'm trying.
It's from the Big Sky. So
Montana
who is it?
State.
Who else?
Utah State.
You know what? I'm going to give you the state. I was going to give you the state and see.
Okay.
Colorado.
Well, it's not Colorado State.
They just played last week. Not in their league. They played up and made $450,000 and beat them.
University of Boulder. Central Colorado. Northern Colorado. Northern Colorado. I got it.
Wait, now here's the best part.
I don't know Sac State stuff.
Here's the best part.
Yes.
The mascot.
The Northern Colorado Chuck Wagon.
I can use their mascot name in a clip we play just about more than anything.
The Chubs. The Bears.
There's a bear.
There's a bear. They're playing the Bears?
Yeah, Northern Colorado Bears.
Oh. How are the Northern Colorado Bears?
They're okay.
Are they?
They're okay.
Do you think if
2 wins, 3 losses?
Well, they're under 500 then.
Yeah.
I mean, we're 4-0.
Yeah, we are.
We are.
Yeah, your Stingers.
Yeah, that's right. Stingers on. So, right? No. 5-0 never happens.
It never happened in school history.
Not gonna say it. You know what? I smell a hard-fought game.
Okay,
that's how. And good Lord willing, we're gonna come out on top.
Yeah, they'll be at home. And Jay, as a fellow Hornet, I'm sure is coming this Saturday, right, Jay?
No joke. I actually consider taking Isaiah to the game.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Okay.
If I do, I can't guarantee I'll be there for 4 quarters because,
yeah, that's
6-year-old and
you
does things.
You help, or you get a ticket allotment.
I can help out, Jay.
Really, because I was going to ask our other friend. If not,
we have another friend.
Mm-hmm. That goes to Sac State games all the time.
Oh, Mike Barbaum.
Yeah,
Mike can help you out.
Yeah,
Mike, if you're listening, text Jay and see if he needs tickets for this
Mike's
weekend.
with the owner, so I was hoping to get into the owner's suite also, Jason, if that works.
It's possible. Mike was with us last week on the road trip.
Sac State has an owner's suite.
According to Mike Barbaum.
It's Mike.
Also, your Up Club Bruins are undefeated.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Like Florida State's 4-1,
Yeah,
good. UCLA's 5-0. I don't think they're I don't know. I think they're okay.
We're a year away from being there.
No, UCLA's a year away from being 2 years away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys in the top 25 yet?
I didn't see the latest rankings. They weren't, but they probably are now.
You
Finally,
gotta go,
5-0.
Jay. We'll take a break when we come back. Week 4 is mostly done. but we've got the big stories, including a new sheriff in Pittsburgh, I think, and an undefeated backup. Is there a quarterback controversy in, what do you call it? The Lone Star State. There you go. Texas there with Dallas. We'll be right back.
When it comes to the Kings, nobody has you covered like we do.
All right, so we're here with Rashawn Holmes.
Definitely been in the gym like crazy than I ever been in my career. So I'm in the best shape that I've probably ever been in. And I've just been working on things they need me to work on, stretching the floor, ball handling, decision-making, things of that sort. And I'm really, really confident in the work I put in this summer.
The best Kings talk, the flagship.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Rashawn Holmes, and you listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Hello, this is Joe Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is a firm that practices family law exclusively. We focus on only one area of the law to maximize our strength and effectiveness as advocates for clients that have everything on the line: their homes, retirement, savings, and most importantly, their children. We're the partner our clients count on. If we can be of help to you, give us a call.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Sacramento area attorneys. 500 Capitol Mall, Suite 2060, Sacramento, California, 95814.
For 74 years, the Keys family from Naturewood Home Furnishings has been serving families just like yours and mine. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with Golf to Go. The Naturewood team takes great pride and significant effort to offer Northern California families a vast selection of home furnishings, most of which are made right here in this country. The kitchen table, which we purchased so many years ago, speaks to the enduring quality of the Naturewood product lines. We treasure memories made seated around that table with family and friends for birthday celebrations, school projects, and, many late-night meals when the day just got away from us. Naturewood has provided thousands with home furnishings that not only last for generations, but also lead to everlasting memories of cherished times. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings now during their 74th anniversary sale and get started making your own brand of memories. Meet the Keys family at Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Rich Eisen here from Monday Night Football on Westwood One. Coming up, an NFC West battle. Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers host Matthew Stafford and the defending Super Bowl champion Rams. Kevin Harlan and Hall of Famer Kurt Warner will have the call on air or on the free live stream brought to you by AutoZone. Join us for all the action on Monday Night Football.
Get ready for the game with more details and preview at WestwoodOneSports.com.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona, 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut, 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas, 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Louisiana, 1-877-770-STOP. New York, 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee, Redline, 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia, 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
Traveling, volunteering, spending time with family. What's your retirement look like? With income planning from Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor can help you grow and protect your wealth. They'll look at your full financial picture and help you create a flexible strategy that considers things like market conditions and healthcare expenses, so you can stop worrying about the future and enjoy whatever comes next. Visit fidelity.com/income planning. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, member NYSE, SIPC.
Hey, it's Carmichael, Dave, and listen, even though it may not feel like it sometimes, fall is officially here. The weather may be a little bit uncomfortable, too warm for me. 1 minute it's cool and raining. I love that. But the next day it's hot and sunny. What can make you comfortable inside, though, is knowing your AC and furnace will be working properly and efficiently for whatever temperature it is outside. Take advantage of American Energy's $49 AC or furnace 30-point tune-up today. Make sure you and your family are ready for the changing weather. 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Time to check out Coastside Medical Clinic, who's dedicated to providing breakthrough remedies for men.
The flagship.
Ball game. Sacramento wins
KHTK AM and HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios,
Sactown Sports 1140, the flagship station of your Sacramento Kings. Sactown Sports headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. It's been 176 days since the last time the Sacramento Kings took the floor, but that ends tonight as the Kings head down to LA to take on the Lakers in preseason game number 1. Coverage begins with game night at 6 p.m. on Sactown Sports. The 49ers take on the Rams this evening in a Monday Night Football battle of NFC West rivals. The last time these two teams took the field against one another was last season's NFC title game, which saw the Rams victorious on the heels of a fourth quarter comeback, defeating San Francisco 20-17. The Raiders got in the win column for the first time this season yesterday against the Broncos.
Final knee, and the players scatter onto the field as the clock strikes 0. And it's a Vegas victory. Josh McDaniels, for the first time as head coach of the Silver and Black, gets a win.
Raiders running back Josh Jacobs led the team on the ground, rushing for 144 yards on 28 carries, scoring both of the Raiders' touchdowns. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay, hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140.
it's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
I'm down 4 points in my fantasy league game, and I have Debo and Kittle going against IU. Says I'm favored.
Yeah, I think you should win that.
Well, I feel like I hope Jalen Ramsey just doesn't shut Debo down. I don't know.
Don't see it happening.
No, Florida State's Jalen Ramsey. No,
Jimmy G doesn't shut.
Yeah, thank you, Jimmy G. Hey, on to football, and what a football weekend it was. Kind of, not really, including this game, which went one way and then the other.
Hurts drops the throw, looking, fires downfield. That ball is tipped and intercepted. Andre Cisco picks it off after the deflection inside the 40, inside the 30-yard line, along the right sideline. Andre Cisco, he's going to bring it back all the way. That's a pick six. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
All right, so they're up 7-0. And then Trevor Lawrence got busy.
Robinson, the running back. Dropping, looking, throws to the right side. That's caught by Jamal Agnew. Toward the goal line. Touchdown! Jamal Agnew gets it into the end zone, and Jacksonville has scored again.
All right, listen, we're not going to be spending too much time on the Jacksonville Eagles game, but at one point, Jason, 14-0 Jacksonville. It was 2-1 against the undefeated Eagles.
I'm like, are they onto something? What's going on here? Yeah.
It's like, and I think at that point, I think I tweeted, wow, Urban Meyer sucks.
Which is true.
I think they got outscored 29-7 after that.
That's bad.
Yeah.
And Hurts deals down one more time and let the seconds roll. And that will do it.
Okay. In Pittsburgh, maybe a new sheriff in town. Mitch Trubisky booted.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett, horrible name for a quarterback, but whatever. I feel like if your last name's Pickett, you should be Ken Pickett.
Ken Pickett, yes, he can, because he threw a couple of those.
Kenny Stabler. Oh God, who's the Bengals quarterback against the Niners in the Super Bowl?
Ken Anderson.
Ken Anderson, thank you.
Ken Dorsey.
Ken Dorsey, Kenny King, ex-Raider.
Ken O'Brien,
UC Davis.
QBs.
A lot of Kens.
Yeah.
Well, Kenny Pickett. We'll get to that in a second. He came in and he ran the ball.
3rd and goal. Pickett, second effort. He's in. Second effort got Pickett into the end zone for his first career touchdown.
And not that long left. So I made it 12-10. Can he do it again?
Jet motion, play action fake. Pickett's going to run. Get to the goal line. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kenny Pickett, his second of the game. Second of his career.
Yeah, the problem is he did 3 of these.
Kenny Pickett in the shotgun. Warren to his right. Pickett has yet to throw the ball. Takes the snap, play action, rolls to his right, looks back to the left. Heaves a bomb in the double coverage, jump ball, and it is Terrence, and I think intercepted.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
First career throw in the NFL and got picked.
Woof.
This is the first time, by the way, trivia, the first time in NFL history that a Pickett has had his first throw intercepted.
Facts.
Yeah. And the Jets end up coming back to win behind rookie Breece Hall and friends. So that was a story that I thought was going to go one way, honestly. Like Kenny Pickett wins. Wow, Jason was talking about Albert Pujols before the baseball season, nailed it. Talking about the Steelers before the football season, nailed it. And maybe jury's still out, but that was that was interesting. In the meantime, in Dallas, Cooper Rush. We have a quarterback controversy.
Big third down. Snap to Rush. He's going to run out to his right with room. Somebody come help him. Throw it in the end zone. Forget it. Cut it. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Somebody come help him.
All right. Dallas wins 25-10. I really don't feel this way, but is Cooper Rush Ginger Tom Brady to Dak Prescott's Drew Bledsoe?
I don't think so, but he's been really good. Good for him.
All right, let me ask you this. Is Cooper Rush closer to Tom Brady? I mean, when I say Tom Brady, I mean a guy that would actually create a quarterback controversy, not the greatest player ever, right? Okay. Or is he closer to Matt Flynn? Who's the other Matt? Seattle? Or is that the Matt?
That was Matt Flynn.
Who was the other? Wasn't there another Matt that Green Bay, or is that Matt Flynn too?
That was Matt Flynn.
Matt Castle. Like,
Matt Hasselbeck.
Is he closer to like those guys that play a couple of games? Like right now, if you're a Cooper Rush, in my opinion, if I'm Cooper Rush and his agent, here's what I want. I want Dak Prescott to return next week. I want him back as soon as possible. Because there isn't, it's Jerry Jones, so anything is possible. Shout out Kevin Garnett, but anyone in their right mind, it is not a quarterback controversy. Dak Prescott, when he comes back, will assume command of that team. If I'm Cooper Rush, and again, I'm betting on Cooper Rush not being that great, 15-27, 223, and 2 touchdowns. I want Dak to come back because at the end of the season, I want to figure out a way to get paid. I don't know what his contract status is, but hey, I went undefeated.
Yeah, and I think that stuff shows around the league. We have some of that as being auditions sometimes for other teams. I could see someone probably writing a bigger check than maybe you would think for him. Right?
Could it be the Niners? Okay, what about this? Dak Prescott comes back, plays a couple games. He's good. He's back. John Lynch calls Jerry Jones, offers him a 4th-round pick. Who says no? Because Jimmy G's still spinning his wheels.
Right.
You think Jerry bites on that at all?
He might. I think he's all in on Dak, so yeah, he might. But it's nice having a quality backup, at least that has proven now that he can win.
Also, Cooper Rush is 28. He's in his 5th season. Yeah. Like, it's not like, he's not 22.
He cleared waivers. He's been cut by. I think Dallas also, by the way, has a good team. And Cooper Rush has been part of it, not to diminish his performance, but I think that's a good team.
My Super Bowl pick.
That's right. 3-1 after that 0-1 start.
Yeah, it didn't look good in the beginning. By the way, do we have can we get an update at some point tomorrow, right, on how our preseason draft went? I am honestly curious how our preseason
on our wins.
Yeah, our wins and losses tomorrow.
Rather not.
All right, I'll trade you. Let's not update that, and let's not update our Friday stuff with Dapper.
Why, you actually had a decent week?
You know why I had a decent week? Because it's the week where
copied Michelle's picks.
It's the week not totally. It's the week that I told everybody to bet against me.
Yes.
Because I had been 0-10.
Is that the new thing? Is that the new strategy every Friday?
Every Friday, bet against me, although you'd have gone 1-4. Mm-hmm. Speaking of clearing, if you got up early, you saw a lot of stuff with feet in London, but it wasn't the soccer ball. It was the football.
Snap is down. Kick is away. The kick is up, and it hit the crossbar and bounced out. It hit the upright and then the crossbar and bounced short.
That's crazy.
Saints lose on a double doink.
Yeah.
Hits the crossbar, then hits the bottom, then bounces out.
Yeah.
And can I just say, and I don't have a dog in this fight. I really have zero. I don't hate, nor do I like either of these. They're just teams that play football, right? Dude, the Saints got so screwed by the refs twice towards the end of that game. It was really ticking me off. There was a garbage pass interference play and then a super garbage I think it was illegal hands to the face. It was something like that on Tyrann Mathieu on critical plays. And it's like, really? And it was I believe it was on the same drive too. And in a game like that, it was just sad.
It was entertaining though to get the day started that early. That was great.
No, it was an entertaining enough game. And again, I love me some London soccer. And they're playing at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Yeah, Packers playing next week. Finally, they're the last NFL team to not play in London.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right? The Giants, the Giants.
Ebner loses the football. One of the linemen picks it up. They shovel it back to Fields. Fields to the left sideline, throws it backwards again to a lineman. Now he pitches it. This play is still alive. The fireworks are going off, but the game's not over. Ebner throws it back again. It's as if the Bears were on a power play, and the Giants finally recover the football. Dane Belton at the 29-yard line. There's no other way for a Giant game to end it like that.
Hey.
Jason, the NFC East is 11-5.
That is surprising and impressive all in once.
But I mean, that's with the Commanders being 1-3.
Right.
11-5, including the Cowboys and Giants are both 3-1 in their game back of the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
The top three teams in the NFC East are 10-2, including the New York Football Giants. Is Brian Daboll coach of the year so
far? He'd be up there. Sure. They've done a nice job. I think this is one that needs to play out in its entirety. They've gotten their wins, which is great. But if you were predicting today, do you see them as a playoff team? Because I don't.
No. Especially we'll see. Daniel Jones is just banged up every week already. I will say, the thing I really am enjoying with the Giants. Hello, Saquon Barkley. It's good to have you back.
That's been one of the great stories.
It really has been one of the, and knock on wood, you can stay healthy and but when healthy, he's easily a top 3, top 4 running back.
Absolutely.
Honestly, between him and Christian McCaffrey, you're talking about what apologies to Nick Chubb, apologies to Derrick Henry. And by the way, best ability is availability. And with Chubb and Henry, they both just get out there, which makes them, in my opinion, better running backs.
Right.
But you look at guys like McCaffrey and Barkley and I just wish I hate talent being wasted because of it.
And it feels like we're getting that with those guys.
Yep. Which team with a great start is the biggest paper tiger? And it's pumpkin spice season. We'll have your thoughts. I just kind of gave mine away on pumpkin spice. We'll do that in 3 for Madness next.
Get your 49ers fix every week with the Return of the Empire podcast, featuring Jay Mars and 49ers insider Emil Fragoso.
Let's go Niners!
At SactownSports.com.
Your local sports leader.
Yeah, we're a sports family. 2-a-day practices with muddy gear, driving in all kinds of weather to get to away games, and of course, the gravel parking lots. Oh, and did we mention kids? So you can imagine what our car looks like, except it doesn't. We're big fans of defying expectations. So we go to Quick Quack and shine like all our kids' trophies. Go for the win yourself and head to Quick Quack for a shine that lets you defy expectations.
Hey, sports fans, the team at M&S Auto Group loves it when a repeat customer tells a friend about their great truck shopping experience with us. We appreciate that. And if you're a newcomer, welcome. M&S Auto Group has more than 300 super clean cars, trucks, and SUVs on site, and plenty of 4x4s and American muscle cars for people like you that work hard and play hard. Want a new ride? Come and get yours. MS Auto Group. MSAutogroup.com.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Question 1.
The big sports day. We got to recap everything from the weekend. God, I love this time of year so much. Although, hey, would be great if it cooled down. It's fall. Hello, it's been fall for a while. So could you maybe, relax on the 90-degree days next week? For the love of something that I'm not going to say on the air because there's kids listening.
I'll send a note to the meteorology team over at KCRA3.
They can make it happen.
They can.
90
because the weather comes first.
It's 94 on Friday. Come on, Finan. Get it together. Finan.
Come on, Verdorn.
Right? Come on, if that's even your real name, Dirk Verdorn. By the way, you ever thought about this before? Channel 3, our partners. A lot of TV names over there.
Yes.
A lot of TV names.
Highly suspect with some.
Golston Dart? That's no way is that real.
But it's a man's name.
They're great names.
Don't mess with Golston Dart.
Golston Dart, Dirk Verdorn. I feel like I'm forgetting one. Tammy Berg, if that's your real name.
I'll get their investigative reporter
There's
on it.
someone in the morning I got my eye on.
Yeah?
Mike Cherry.
Yeah, come on.
Highly suspect.
I mean, listen, we use. Hi, Carmichael Dave here, bagging on TV people for using fake names. Which
I
by
think
the way, is
I'm
probably
the only
real
one
name.
on the show with a real name.
Jay Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it's Slovakian.
Yes. Jay Mars.
You say it's one word like Madonna.
Jamars.
Matt will join us at 8:00. Matt doesn't work one word for him. Burrows. Matt Burrows of The Athletic will join us
February
at 8:00. We have a double doink of our own here because we've got Monday Night Football with the Niners.
Yes.
We have Kings preseason right here on the Sactown Sports station.
Yeah,
I almost
that's
said
who
it.
we
I
are.
almost said that. I'm sorry. That's pregame at 7, tip off at 7:30. But we also have 3 for Madness with Justin Marshall.
Yeah.
You say you want
That's
to talk
not
about
my
you're the
real
only,
name.
You want to talk about the only guy with the real name?
We got away from my radio name years ago.
All right.
Jay Mars.
Jamers.
Going real names
All
only.
right, Jamers.
What so-called good team in the NFL are you most worried about after 4 weeks?
The Giants. I mean, we just kind of talked about it, but I
Favorite
want
Tiger.
I want them to do well, and it's not because I'm any sort of a New York Giants fan. Obviously, I've still got memories of early football memories of Jim Burt taking out Joe Montana, but I am worried about the Giants just because I think a lot of things have been on their side. There's another team I'm worried about too. I'll get to in a second because I don't want to accidentally steal yours.
I don't think you'll pick this one. I don't think. I'm picking them because they were a playoff team last year, but they fizzled late. They were the last undefeated team a year ago. And they're 2-2 now. I don't think the Cardinals are very good.
Yeah.
They stole a game from the Raiders. They won yesterday.
Yeah.
Chiefs got them pretty easily. And I think the other team the Rams.
Yeah.
I think at the end, they're going to be a 7-10 team. I just don't think they were a playoff team a year ago. They're fine right now at 500. I don't have big hopes for them.
Do you think if Kyler Murray studied game film, they'd be better?
I think that would help.
The other team I'm worried about that's very, very good, but I'm worried about them for a different reason than the Giants is the Dolphins. And that's because of, I think, how Tua goes, how the Dolphins go. Now, they have a phenomenal set of receivers in Waddle and Hill. And Teddy Bridgewater's not terrible, but he's not Tua Tagovailoa.
Right.
At least not this year. So I am a little nervous about them depending on Tua's health. And I would be a little surprised to see him playing this weekend. And the reason I would be surprised to see him playing, oh no, they're not on a bye. Okay, I was going to say they're at New York against the Jets. So we'll see. Number 2.
Question 2.
All right. Does the Mariners clinching a playoff spot sadden you because you're a bitter Kings fan, or excite you because a team finally got into the playoffs that's been missing the playoffs forever, ever, and ever, and ever?
I wish, actually, I don't know if we have it from yesterday.
That was so awesome.
I would play it, but I'm getting Echo McEckerton there. The final call when the Mariners clinched, I saw it live, like not in person, but I saw it live, and it was just you kind of just felt it coming. And Dave Sims is such an icon.
But to get a pinch hit walk-off home run at home to clinch a playoff berth after 20 plus years, that place went nuts, and they should have.
They should have. And as a Kings fan, I felt that. I don't know if this is exactly the same, but what if the Kings clinched a play-in spot on a buzzer beater? Like
at home.
At home.
Yeah.
How crazy would that be? And of course, they don't have the call.
Yeah. No, this doesn't sadden me at all.
No, it doesn't.
And I don't know that it gives me hope because look, the Kings already have the NBA record. So now they have all the sports. It's on their shoulder. We know what it is here. And so when it does break through, if it's this year, next year, 10 years, hopefully it's sooner, we'll go crazy.
It made me very happy for Mariners fans.
Yeah.
Living
Not rooting for
vicariously.
other teams to fail, like in other sports.
Now, was there a part of me when you say the Sacramento Kings have the longest playoff drought in North American sports? That hurts a little bit.
It does.
But maybe this is the year for those records to be broken.
Okay. Yeah, sure. It could tie together. But I mean, they already have it in the NBA. So, like, does it bother you that if there was a team longer in football or baseball, like the Kings have the NBA record? So,
okay.
I don't know. I was happy for the Mariners.
I was very happy for the Mariners too, and I would love to hear Gary's call or Mark's call, or I would love to hear Kyle's call. The Kings doing that too. And by the way, assuming doesn't matter. Even if the Mariners win the championship this year, odds are they're not going to win every game in the playoffs. So at some point, the Kings, that's my thing. The Kings will hold the record in North American sports for longest time since losing a playoff game. Yeah, they'll be that long. Kings have not lost a playoff game.
Good way to look at it.
16 years.
Yeah.
Very true.
It's very true. And I think we should make shirts. Yeah. Number 3.
Question 3.
Oh, gentlemen, it's October. The sun and heat are still out, but nothing like the fall time, right? Pumpkin spice anything, yay or nay?
I'm a little conflicted. Here's why. I know what the cool thing is to say, and I'm never the cool guy. I don't dislike pumpkin spice flavoring. I like pumpkin pie. I really legit like pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie?
I've just started coming around on sweet potato pie. I've never really been a sweet potato guy in my life.
Really?
I just haven't. Any kind of sweet potato, but I'm starting to come around a little bit on it.
I'll bring some in.
God, I can't
love
imagine.
From the family.
Yeah, your family's sweet potato pies will probably knock me in my rear. I don't doubt it. I purposely don't eat, even though it's available all year long. I purposely don't eat pumpkin pie until I double up on Thanksgiving and Christmas and that season.
Pumpkin pie is good.
It's good.
Just double?
Huh?
Just double?
Well, double up meaning I get it both times, but trust me, there's a few times early in the morning before the show where I'm pulling out. Trust me when I say, when we get back from Thanksgiving, Carmichael Dave, that Monday, will be sitting in the kitchen drinking coffee and just pounding pumpkin pie with a whipped cream in your mouth.
A little bit of ice cream on the side.
Not in the morning, but after. No, because I'm just whipped cream, pumpkin pie, milk, coffee.
But the ice cream's too far.
That's just too much work.
Wow.
I enjoy pumpkin spice flavoring, but dude, people lose their marble.
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a nay on that. I mean,
do you like in a vacuum?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, but it's not. I don't know that I'm ever craving anything besides pumpkin pie.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I've never.
And I don't want to run that. Like, okay, let me get that pumpkin. I don't drink a lot of hot drinks. Pumpkin spice latte and go. It's okay. Like, I'd rather get something that I know is good that I'm gonna spend the $5-6 on.
Let me ask you both this, and I'm putting you on the spot now. If I were to ask you for a smell, and I'm not making a joke here. First thing that pops into your head, take 5 seconds when I say, what smell do you associate with Christmas time?
Peppermint.
Peppermint. Okay. I think for fall, and beat me on this if you can.
No.
The smelliest smell of fall to me is the smell of the candle slightly burning the jack-o'-lantern. Like that, not burning, but like that smell of candle and pumpkin.
A singe.
I love that smell.
Okay.
I love it. And if I were to smell it in July, I would automatically think of Halloween, because you always smell that on Halloween, which, by the way, is coming up in 20,
a day.
Yeah, and it's still 100 degrees.
Don't you like the smell of rain, like when rain, just a little bit of rain is happening?
Smell. Yeah. It's my favorite smell.
Also, Halloween on a Monday this year.
Ooh, bad choice.
Yeah, and I don't know. Dude.
And the Kings have a game that night, I believe.
By the time Halloween rolls around, my daughter turns 15 in 2 days. My son turns 14 on the 30th. Too old to trick or treat?
Mm-hmm.
Not if they own it.
I mean, they're still like, what if they really put effort in dressing up?
Well, that's the thing. That's what I mean by owning it. Because sometimes bigger kids will show up at doors and like,
right.
Did you try? Like,
no, you got to try.
You just have a bag for candy.
Yeah, you know, from the time I was like 10 on, I used to go trick or treating with my friends. No parents. I can't. I cannot.
Greatest time of your life.
It was. I cannot imagine.
You follow? Like you're walking.
I can't imagine sending my kids out. No chance. I'm right there, dude. We'll usually couple up with someone else, and the adults stay back.
Yeah. You go to the door. Trick or treat.
Trick or treat. Hello. Hello, you see dressed as Carmichael Dave, you fat bearded idiot. And then I don't get any candy. I get sent away. Mark Human Noodles once went dressed as me for Halloween. That's a true story. It's kind of embarrassing. This is where I'm supposed to tease the next segment. I'm just going to say it simply. Kings basketball. Yeah. Kings basketball. Preseason Kings basketball. We will talk about it next.
When it comes to the Kings,
nobody has you covered like we do.
So you've been in Atlanta, successful team. This team has not been there. They have high hopes. What do you see with the Kings this year?
There's been guys in here that have won at a high level in this league before and are just trying to come here and do the same. And I think we're all on the same page, know what we need to do. So just got to go out there and do it.
The best Kings talk.
The flagship.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Kevin Herter, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by RC Willey Home Furnishings.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Monday starts out pleasantly cool with temperatures in the upper 50s. Into the afternoon, we go with plenty of sunshine and temperatures reaching the mid to upper 80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
You already know RC Willey has a large selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, electronics, and flooring. But do you know they also have a low price guarantee? RC Willey, located in Rockland and South Sacramento near Elk Grove.
Your back-to-back Big Sky champion Sacramento State Hornets return home this Saturday, October 8th against Northern Colorado. Head out to Hornet Field to witness Sacramento's hottest team and cheer the Hornets on to another Big Sky championship. Saturday is Breast Cancer Awareness Night, and fans are encouraged to wear pink. So don't miss out on the excitement of Sacramento State football this season. Kickoff Saturday at 6. Get your tickets now at hornetsports.com. Stingers up.
There's a place where actions speak louder. Jackpots echo throughout. And the thrill of it all is thunderous. Thunder Valley Casino Resort, where more than 3,000 slots, 100 table games, all new bingo and poker rooms blend with award-winning dining. And AAA Ford Diamond Luxury, winning big makes a sound all its own. Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Live out loud. Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
I'm with Vince Bloom, the big guy at Lashers Oak Grove Dodge. Vince, I suppose you're wearing your big guy football jersey because, well, it's football season.
That's right.
And you're number 60, which is significant because...
Because for over 60 years, the name Lasher means a great deal.
Then you must have a great play in mind for Ram Power Days.
I do, on Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s.
All I can say is you better be going deep with a discount.
I'm going all the way to the red zone.
The red zone?
Save $11,000 off MSRP and over 35 new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s.
$11,000 off Ram 1500 Bighorns? That sure beats the competition, Vince.
I know. I'll say it again. During Ram Power Days at Oak Grove Dodge, save $11,000 off MSRP on over 35 new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s. Only at Lashers Oak Grove Dodge in the Oak Grove Auto Mall and online at oakgrovedodge.com.
Includes $5,500 in California National Chrysler Capital Conquest and select inventory retail bonus cash. Must finance the Chrysler Capital OAC and have qualified vehicle for at least 30 days. Sample VIN 420627 ends 10/3/22.
Sacramento State football is back at home this Saturday versus Northern Colorado. Game time, 6 p.m. at Hornet Stadium. Get your tickets at hornetsports.com. With your Sactown Sports headlines. With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. It's been 176 days since the last time the Sacramento Kings took the floor, but that ends tonight as the Kings head down to LA to take on the Lakers in preseason game number 1. Coverage begins with game night at 6 p.m. on Sactown Sports. The 49ers take on the Rams this evening in a Monday Night Football battle of NFC West rivals. The last time these two teams took the field against one another was last season's NFC title game, which saw the Rams victorious on the heels of a fourth-quarter comeback, defeating San Francisco 20-17. The Raiders got in the win column for the first time this season yesterday against the Broncos.
Final knee, and the players scatter onto the field as the clock strikes 0. And it's a Vegas victory. Josh McDaniels, for the first time as head coach of the Silver and Black, gets a win.
Raiders running back Josh Jacobs led the team on the ground, rushing for 144 yards on 28 carries, scoring both of the Raiders' touchdowns. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. On Sactown Sports, 1140.
All right, Matt Barrows at 8 o'clock. That's 32 minutes from now. Before we get to the Kings, just a quick PSA, because we are a local station that cares about our community. If somebody says to you or sends you something and the subject line is Antonio Brown, don't open it.
Yeah.
Don't open it over the weekend. You know, Antonio Brown has had a, I don't know what you would say, post-playing career. He's had a very nice Dubai hotel, yeah. And he was caught on video shoving his bare cheeks into the face of a stunned woman in an outdoor swimming pool. She initially, this according to the story, laughed off the attention, but quickly swam away to escape, the cheeks, I guess. And then it got worse, actually, as he then, oh boy, there's the picture, and okay, go away. How do I say this? Kids are listening. So like if you go to the other side of where the cheeks are, that he stuck it out of the water and
exposed himself.
You can see, there you go. And you can see people in the pool going like, oh my God. And like, here's all I can say about that, because there's really no breaking that down. Someone's got to get hold of Antonio Brown, because he's going to hurt himself or, more importantly, other people. And I mean, I understand there's a humorous side to this. I understand that, the jokes are flying around. I get it. I don't think it's funny. I think it's weird and a little scary and a little very, very worrisome, especially, and I'm not in any way trying to excuse or defend Antonio Brown, to be clear. In an environment where we're spending so much time lately talking about CTE, concussions, and what happens to NFL players, and I always think of Junior Seau first and foremost.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with Antonio Brown's brain.
Yes.
And it's going to end badly.
Yeah, and generally those things don't improve.
Right.
So I'm not trying to take any of these situations lightly, because this one, and there's been others, what is next? Like, I wouldn't have predicted this pool thing. No. So,
something.
Yeah.
It's not going to end well. So, I hope somebody, and there's only so much you can do, I guess. But friend, family, whomever. All right, we got Kings basketball tonight. Let's switch gears on that. 7:30 tip, 7 o'clock pregame right here on the sport. I've been saying it for 20 years, and I got to break that habit. Right here on Sactown Sports, we have all your coverage, and we have some very cool things I can't talk about yet that are coming up for this King season that are really going to excite you. And I want to take a moment too, since we are starting the new season. We had the rebrand.
Right.
Let's just get right into it, to Sactown Sports. And you see behind me, if you're on YouTube, all the different ways that you can interact with us. Chris, Frankie, Emil, the whole crew, Joseph, Charles, thank you. And I even got them all right. They've done such a fantastic job in augmenting, supplementing our air coverage here with their digital coverage on the website and on our socials. And again, I can't get into it yet, but there's some pretty cool things, extra coverage, different things that we're going to be bringing you throughout King season. There's a lot of hype about the season. If I was doing my job properly from a station point of view, let's be honest, I would probably be selling the hype a lot more. But I'm going to be a Kings fan first and foremost. I want to buy in like so many, but there's hype. It's undenied that there is hype. And so we want to saddle that and bring you all the coverage starting tonight and expanding as we get throughout the year.
Yeah, I think even tonight, for what it's worth, it's preseason. I don't know how many minutes guys are going to play, but it's seeing this team play another team, and it's also playing the Lakers. I'm not even talking about the rivalry and the venom there's been over the past. Yeah. I think the Lakers are an interesting team.
I agree.
Because of what they think they can be and what they were not last year.
Right.
I mean, there was thoughts of them winning the West, winning the championship. They came so far from that. But a lot of those three core pieces are back. Will it work? And add Beverly. I don't know. I think there's some interesting angles there. And you play them twice in the preseason, once here. So I think that's another thing to watch.
I was thinking out loud too. Just there's so many questions we have with the Kings, and so many things I'm really anxious to have answered. But even outside the Kings, and Anthony Davis is one. You're going to see some stars coming back, and whether it's Anthony Davis, Zion Williamson, by all accounts so far looks great. Ben Simmons, and how that's finally going to function with Brooklyn, having all three of those together. Damian Lillard returning. How does Donovan Mitchell fit in Cleveland? Like, there's so many really cool storylines. And with the Kings tonight, we talked about this earlier. What can you look for in preseason? Well, last year they went 4-0, following up an undefeated summer league. People were, I think, calling back echoes in a way of when the Suns won the last few games of the bubble and snuck in, and they were able to carry that over. Maybe not as hardcore as the Suns, but I think there's some of us that in our best case scenario thought maybe the summer and preseason is indicative of what the team's going to look like. Well, that's not how it worked. We found out that De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Halliburton that wasn't functioning. And then De'Aaron got hurt for an extended period of time. Tyrese was traded. Then De'Aaron came back. The first game, remember that back-to-back against Minnesota, Sabonis came over. And again, I still don't know the answer to that. That is the biggest question I have from last year. I'd love to hook everybody up to lie detectors and simply know. De'Aaron was out, 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
Was it that long?
Was it that long? I thought it was at least 2.
Okay.
Was De'Aaron coming back the game after Tyrese was traded and going on a tear? Was it just a happy coincidence?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, and I'm not trying, by the way, and I know it sounds like it, I'm not in any way, shape, or form, because you got to be careful with crap like this, saying like, oh, De'Aaron was holding out until Tyrese. No, not at all. But was there a heightened comfort level? Did De'Aaron maybe not rush himself back, but come back a little earlier than he could have because he was so anxious to test out the Sabonis thing? And remember, was it was Alvin Gentry? Wasn't it the day after, the first or second day after, and this is the thing kind of stuck in our heads, first or second day after De'Aaron got hurt, said something to the effect of, well, if this is the playoffs, he'd be playing.
Yeah.
And then he missed like 2 or 3 weeks.
Right. Because then you're thinking, okay, he's not tonight.
Right.
But he'll play the next game or 2 after that. And then it was, wait, why is he out still?
And that's why you wonder, that left a real fishy taste in my mouth either way. Fast forward, new head coach,
Yes.
Sabonis and Fox now finally get a full season of training camp together. Davion Mitchell in his second year, add in Keegan Murray, add in Kevin Huerter, add in Malik Monk. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. Harrison Barnes in a contract year. There's a lot of storylines with this team.
Yeah, and I found it interesting what Mike Brown was saying the other day just about the rotation, looking to play 9 to 10 guys, hasn't filled out that starting lineup yet. That's good. I mean, I think by having this roster the way they do, there is competition, and that competition needs to build to great players, and that's hopefully the goal there.
Well, here's Mike Brown speaking of on that starting lineup.
Oh, but I'm not even sure who the first 5 are going to be quite yet. Obviously Fox is going to start for us. Doma's going to start for us. HB is going to start for us. But we're kind of up in there a little bit with the 2 and the 4 spot. Now there's some guys that we feel have a real good chance at starting for us in those spots. But we're going to keep probably mixing those 2 spots around to see what we can get.
Super nitpicky here. I'm not trying to be that guy, but here we go. I'll be that guy. Super nitpicky. There was like a tiny part of me that wishes he hadn't said that. Like,
because
no, Fox and Fox and Harrison and Sabonis aren't. I don't know. Every spot's open. That attitude of everybody has to earn their spots. I don't care what you did before you walked into my training camp. I don't care. I don't care who you are. I'm going to look at each person and I'm going to evaluate you on how you do in this camp, and whoever the 5 guys that have the best camp at those 5 positions are the 5 guys I'm going to start. And if that means I'm starting Terrence Davis, then
Alex Lynn,
that's who I'm starting. And on the other hand, then the other side of me goes, okay, stupid, but this is the NBA in real life, and that's not how it works. De'Aaron Fox is a max player. He's going to start. Domantas Sabonis, they're trying to re-sign it. He's obviously going to start. Harrison Barnes in the contract year, and you're not deep at the 3. So if Brown were to say that, or comment on something like that, people's eyes would roll so far out of their head they would fall on the floor. So
yeah,
I get it.
And I'm not in camp in every practice and whatnot, but I feel like it just makes so much sense based on where you drafted him, based on how he's played so far. I really feel like Keegan needs to be the starting four.
I completely agree. If he's not, I'm going to be really disappointed.
Now, the two has felt like it's open to me all along. And so that part doesn't bother me that there's not clarity. And maybe it is in coach's mind. He's just not shared that. But I think you can go a lot of different angles. I just think the fit is really good with Keegan at the four. I just think that makes so much sense to this team.
I completely agree. And you need to – the Kings aren't – well, at least we don't think they're good enough to not start a top 5 pick in the NBA. Like, this is their guy. And by the way, if he came out and he looked like garbage and knew he needed to develop for another year or two, he was a project type of dude. Okay. That's not what he's looked like. I would be roll around on the floor, shocked, questioning Monty McNair and Mike Brown's sanity if Keegan Murray didn't start.
Exactly.
And that would just suck the energy right out of the season from the jump. And you don't want to see that happen, which is why you should talk to my friends at American Energy Air. Yeah, that's right. Fall is here. Fall is here, even though the weather doesn't know it. So it might be a little hot. That's fine. And we'll see cool and raining before too long. Stay comfortable on the inside. And I don't mean, well, I guess I do mean stay comfortable on the inside as far as your emotions, but stay comfortable on the inside of your house, knowing your air conditioner or furnace will be working properly and working efficiently for whatever temperature's outside. Take advantage of American Energy's a $49 AC or furnace 30-point tune-up today. That's what I did. They came out to my house, checked everything out, let me know. And by the way, you know what they didn't do? And maybe they would have if there was something wrong, but they weren't like, oh, you need these 19 things. It's $1,000. But maybe if I had needed those 19 things, I think they would have told me. Of course they would. But he said, you know what? You got to replace these filters. Of course, we'll do that. And then this and that. And make sure you keep an eye on this. This is getting a little bit older, but it's good. It's good right now. You're good to go. Don't need to replace it. They're very honest, very open. I appreciate that. 1981 is how long American Energy has been around. They are local. They're a local operation that cares about you and your family. That's why I'm proud to represent them. 916-520-9990 is how you can get a hold of them. American Energy, 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. It's AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. We'll take a break when we come back. Hey, the autumn wind says winner. The Raiders back in the win column. We'll talk about it next.
Join Sactown Sports and the Sacramento Kings Sunday, October 16th, starting at 3 p.m. for Fan Fest. Festivities include a skills challenge, a 3-on-3 National Cup tournament,
and so much more.
Log on to SactownSports.com for more details.
This is for the men who never settle, the ones who believe only quitters end a game in a tie, the type of guys who choose the bar with the biggest TVs to overcompensate for theirs at home. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks.
Are you a fan of Twin Peaks? Sign up for our e-club and stay up to date on all things Twin Peaks and score free stuff. Signing up is easy. Just visit twinpeaksrestaurant.com/peaks-club to get started today.
Traveling, volunteering, spending time with family. What's your retirement look like? With income planning from Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor can help you grow and protect your wealth. They'll look at your full financial picture and help you create a flexible strategy that considers things like market conditions and healthcare expenses, so you can stop worrying about the future and enjoy whatever comes next. Visit fidelity.com/income planning. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, member NYSE, SIPC.
Got a take?
Make sure it's a hot one.
Take a shot right now. Call or text at 916-339-1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
1-800-912-1140. 916-339-1140. Your text line. Yeah, get on the YouTube and see us now. Thanks to everybody out at Amy Ace Hardware, by the way, Friday. Went out to El Dorado Hills Town Center, home of Kevin Nagel, and was there for their grand opening. and it was cool, man. I invite you to go up there, and that's not just a plug, although it is, but also for reals. It's family owned and operated. Love those people, and they did such a wonderful job. So thanks to them for having me out. The Oakland Raiders played over the weekend.
Who?
God dang it. The Los Angeles Raiders, right? Is that right? No. The Vegas team played over the weekend, and Russell Wilson found Cortland Sutton.
Wilson bounces in the pocket, throws the ball into the end zone. Touchdown, Denver! Back in the end zone, Cortland Sutton. A laser strike from Russell Wilson. A touchdown of 5 yards.
Oh, yeah. Well, they took the lead 7-3, but Josh Jacobs wasn't having any of it.
Broncos show blitz. The handoff is to Jacobs. First through the 10. Cuts upfield 5. Drives forward. He's in. Touchdown, Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Raiders. He bullied his way through the end zone on an 11-yard carry.
Do you remember what you were doing? You remember 3 years ago, 2019, good year, bad year?
Sure, good year.
Well, that was the last time the Raiders had a defensive touchdown. Until Amir Robinson said, "It's my turn."
Handoff to Gordon across the 40, down to the 35, and the ball is out. And Robertson has it in his stomach, and he's racing downfield for the Raiders. 50, 45, 40. Robertson near sideline 20, 10. Defensive touchdown, Raiders.
Yeah, that was a great run back.
Yes, it
Picked
was.
it up on the fly and just ran it back. Super awesome, super athletic, super rad. And then Josh Jacobs finished him off.
Carr's under center. Hands it off to Jacobs. Burst through the middle. Cuts back at the 5. Carries a defender. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacobs tosses it into the stands. And he might have just sealed Las Vegas' first win of the year.
Yeah, he did. He did seal Las Vegas' first win of the year. It was a great win for the Raiders and put up almost as many points as the Broncos as they had given up over the first 3 weeks of the season, including to the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, that's what we were waiting for. I think coming into the year, we thought the Raiders offense could be special. It hasn't looked like it at all. And I thought yesterday was good, specifically with Jacobs, but Carr also didn't go nuts. Now they found Adams, which was good.
Right.
But I think the offense can be even better.
Not only were the Broncos a rivalry game, but remember, Josh McDaniels has history with the Denver Broncos, but he said no ill will.
Again, I don't look at that team with any kind of an ill will, other than the fact that they're a division opponent, and we don't like any of those guys. So
I'm glad he cleaned it up right there.
Yeah.
They are a division opponent. You should look at them with ill will. And Derek Carr talked about the week of preparation.
I thought we had our best week of preparation. Guys staying extra, staying after, getting there early, whatever it may be, to make sure they were on their assignments. I thought that was our best week of that. So ultimately it led to a win.
Was it perfect preparation leads to practice something? I think
that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Good for him. Also, Derek talked about scrambling.
You know, something that we used to emphasize, Drew, you would always tell me, run for 2 a game. And, just challenging me and all that kind of stuff. 2 first downs a game is what he would say. And so now with the way that we're playing, if they want to double everybody, which we've been talking about, take it upon my shoulders and find a lane and go.
He did scramble a couple of big times. I don't know. I think he ended up with about 30 or 40 yards, but more importantly, like those first downs he's talking about.
Yeah, they got those when they needed them. They come out, they have that victory. McDaniels gets in the W column. And
well, it's the obvious, right? I mean, at 0-4, are you buried? I guess mathematically, of course not. But the difference, I mean, 1-3, and you could argue like they gave away the Cardinals game. They played close enough to win some of these other games, but it doesn't matter if you're not winning them. Now you get the win. You get the Chiefs this week. If you somehow win that, I feel like you've totally redirected your season. If you don't, or at least you got the one win in your win column, you just try to keep going. But, anytime you win in the division, that's good. You'd already lost to the Chargers. It put some questions on Denver. So just that was needed. They desperately needed that win.
I have learned so far this year not to the obvious is never obvious. It's just never obvious. I have a real hard time believing Las Vegas is going to have anything for this.
Wildcat position, direct snap, McKinnon, zone read. He'll hand it off, and pushing is Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. The offensive line showing some attitude.
Yeah, it was 2 on the night for Edwards-Helaire. And beyond that, what do they have for this?
Trio of receivers to the right. Mahomes fires Kelsey over the middle. Inside the 10-5. Length to the end zone. Touchdown! Kansas City. 2 plays after a fumbled kickoff. The Chiefs get a touchdown.
Final score is 41-31. And maybe it was just me. I felt like it wasn't that close. Like the Chiefs were just playing with them. Mahomes and Kelsey is a video game. And if the Chiefs were able to throw a $189 on the ground against these guys, Isaiah Pacheco looks like a fantastic running back.
Addition,
Great compliment to Edwards-Helaire. And Mahomes, did you see the jump shot touch?
Yeah, the flip, whatever that was near the goal line.
I know.
So creative.
That's the thing. And I tweeted about this last night. I know it's not a perfect comparison. I've been making this comparison for a long time now. I think it's really cool to stop, and you can do this with a lot of players, I guess, but I stop and think about the fact that even though one is winding down, the fact that we were able to see the entire careers of Steph Curry and Patrick Mahomes, who I think are, to me, they just always are in my head together.
Yeah.
Because both of those guys took old school positions that have been around forever and are completely revitalizing and adding new twists. Like I have never seen some of the things Patrick Mahomes has done. I've never seen that before. And obviously with Steph, it's the same thing. He does things all the time throughout his career. I've just never seen it that clip.
Yeah, I think when you appreciate what they're doing and how they're doing it, that's a good thing, even if you're not a Chiefs fan or a Warriors fan, just to appreciate the greatness that those guys have. Now, the one thing I'll say about the rate, it's something about division opponents, because when you see a team twice a year, I don't think the Raiders are going to be caught off guard by Mahomes and Andy Reid and Bieniemy, just what they run. It's just going to be, can you stop it? When the Buccaneers saw the Chiefs in the Super Bowl a couple years ago, they don't see them that often. You have a week to prepare. The Raiders probably did a lot of their offseason roster building, game planning for the Chiefs. When you see a team that has won the division, you see them guaranteed twice, if not more, you kind of build your roster around trying to contain or handle that team. So the Raiders are going to have so much knowledge of them. That's all. It doesn't mean you can, good, we know what Mahomes does. Sure. But can you stop him? So this is going to be a tough matchup.
Early line on that game, Chiefs by 7.
Okay. It's at Arrowhead, correct?
It's at Arrowhead, Chiefs by 7.
Sounds about right.
The over-under is 52.5, which I believe is a high for the week. So they got their work cut out for him. And as our guy Rich, who's a huge Raider fan, said on the text line too from the 510, the Chiefs they don't lose when they are playing like this.
Yep.
I will say this. But I'll tell you, after that Cardinals win, I thought they'd blow out the Chargers. They beat them by 3 at Arrowhead. After the Chargers win, I thought they were just going to drop one on the Colts. Yep. They lost by 3.
Yeah. And I think, the Raiders showed some elements. I think if they can repeat, certainly Josh Jacobs, probably his best day as a Raider.
Mm-hmm.
The more you can run, the more you can contain the ball. And then also, I know Carr didn't throw a touchdown, but if you think it's going to become run heavy, Cars are, can get you and burn you and find Waller and Renfro and Adams and all the guys that they utilize. So there is a roadmap. Obviously, every team has a chance.
Sure.
But the Raiders have to play great to beat them.
Based on everything, I'm going to throw a team out at you. I want you to tell me if it would be a tough opponent for anyone. Okay. So Chargers.
Yes.
Okay. Colts on the road.
I'm not sure what they are. I thought they'd be better.
Preseason playoff pick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Buccaneers on the road.
Yeah.
Okay. Bills.
Yeah.
At the Niners.
Yeah.
Titans.
Sure.
Jags.
Well, suddenly, maybe.
Chargers again. Rams.
Yep.
Bengals on the road.
Yeah. Is this the Raiders or the Chiefs?
This is the Chiefs schedule. Yeah. All in a row.
Yeah. Wow.
That's insane.
Yes.
They play the Raiders, and then they go Bills, Niners, Titans, Jags, Chargers, Rams, Bengals. They finish out at Broncos, at Texans, home Seahawks, Broncos, and then at Raiders. So It does seem to, on paper, lighten up, but woof.
Yeah.
Woof. That's a schedule.
Yeah, especially when so far the one loss has been the Colts.
Right?
Yeah.
The one loss has been the Colts. Chiefs Bills has that's I'm already excited for that game, and it hasn't, and it doesn't happen for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Chiefs Bills at Arrowhead's going to be insane, and then Chiefs come to Levi and take on the Niners, and that we'll know a lot about the Niners by then. That Niner defense, but
right,
better
be ready.
I don't like it at all. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's get into the Niners preview. Niners looking to get to 500. They're on Monday Night Football. Yeah, that's right, kids. You're going to have the Kings preseason debut and the Niners Rams on Monday Night Football, a rematch of the NFC Championship, all happening tonight. Let's talk to Matt Barrows about it next.
The place to tell you if the 49ers are contenders or pretenders.
It's a pretty big deal. I've been a fan of the 49ers since, 84.
Your home for 49ers news and talk. Sactown Sports, your local sports leader.
Hey there, Jason Ross here to tell you about ACR Solar. Go to acrsolar.com or call this number. Write this down at 916-481-7200. So here's what we did. We were in a spot where we knew that we needed a new roof. Our home has been great. We're nearly there almost 20 years. The roof when we purchased the home was a little bit of an older roof, and it was an old shake roof, so it's experienced a lot of different things, and we needed the new roof. We knew that. We met with multiple roofing companies, but once we talked to the people at ACR Solar, we knew this was the right fit for us. So we were going to end up with a new roof. Then what are the things you're looking for? Well, you want to trust who you're working with. You also want a good price. You want quality. All those things were important to us. And when we met with them, we just knew it was the right connection. And then you actually then see the work being done. And I was amazed. It happened so fast. You get scheduled, they tear out the old roof, and then boom, they go to work. And they're like machines. It just goes. And it's so impressive how quickly they get everything done. And the end result is beautiful. We got a brand new roof, better curb appeal, good peace of mind. We're not going to have to worry about this winter season at all. We're in great position to have this roof for a long time. So if you're looking for a new roof, I would tell you, go to acrsolar.com, see what they have to offer you, or give them a call at 916-481-7200.
Divorce becomes a reality. You need a partner that you can count on. If you're a man in this situation, consider contacting Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men navigate complex legal matters for 30 years.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Sacramento area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 500 Capitol Mall, Suite 2060, Sacramento, California, 95814. Online at CordellCordell.com.
This view was worth a hike.
Right? And it's a good way to stay on top of my health.
Yes, I'm Cologuard, a prescription colon cancer screening option for people 45 plus at average risk. Have you screened for colon cancer?
Not yet.
Don't wait. It's more treatable when caught in early stages.
Tell me more.
Cologuard is non-invasive and it's used at home. It detects altered DNA in your stool to find 92% of colon cancers.
92%?
Yep, even those in early stages.
This was seen in a clinical study with patients 50 and older. Any positive result should be followed by a diagnostic colonoscopy. False positive and negative results may occur. Cologuard is not a replacement for colonoscopy in high-risk patients. Do not use if you have had adenomas, have inflammatory bowel disease and certain hereditary syndromes, or a personal or family history of colon cancer.
Most insured patients pay $0. Ask your provider or an online prescriber if Cologuard is right for you, or visit Cologuard.com.
I'm in.
Hey, it's Carmichael, Dave. You know, it's amazing how the housing market has shifted so quickly over the last few months, and having the right mortgage company on your side is crucial in this ever-changing market. We've got just that lender. Of course, it's my guy Shelby at United Wholesale Lending. You can check them out at refinancewithshelby.com. Shelby's team, well known in the real estate market, from real estate agents, title companies, appraisal companies. That makes all the difference. United Wholesale Lending will even get your offer fully underwritten and approved up front, so you can compete with the cash offers. They're local, fast, and competitive. Even with rates rising slightly from their record lows, there's been an increase in inventory. The market is shifting from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Buyers now have the opportunity to shop for the home that's right for them instead of settling for what was available. The team at United Wholesale Lending could pre-approve you over the phone in under 15 minutes without even running your credit. Refinancewithshelby.com. That's refinancewithshelby.com. NLS number 279051, BRE number 018643. 888-354.
Sacramento State football is back at home this Saturday versus Northern Colorado. Game time, 6 p.m. at Hornet Stadium. Get your tickets at hornetsports.com.
Check the game from the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios. KHTK AM and HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD2 Sacramento. Sactown Sports 1140. Sactown Sports headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. It's been 176 days since the last time the Sacramento Kings took the floor, but that ends tonight as the Kings head down to LA to take on the Lakers in preseason game number 1. Coverage begins with game night at 6 p.m. on Sactown Sports. The 49ers take on the Rams this evening in a Monday Night Football battle of NFC West rivals. The last time these two teams took the field against one another was last season's NFC title game, which saw the Rams victorious on the heels of a fourth-quarter comeback, defeating San Francisco 20-17. The Raiders got in the win column for the first time this season yesterday against the Broncos.
Final knee, and the players scatter onto the field as the clock strikes 0. And it's a Vegas victory. Josh McDaniels, for the first time as head coach of the Silver and Black, gets a win.
Raiders running back Josh Jacobs led the team on the ground, rushing for 144 yards on 28 carries, scoring both of the Raiders' touchdowns. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay, hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Kings basketball tonight, but also Monday Night Football tonight.
Yes. At least they get separated by a little bit. Monday Night Football gets started first.
Yeah, it does. And hold on a second. I taste... That is a bad taste in my mouth.
They are outscored by the LA Rams 13-0 in the fourth quarter, and they wind up losing the NFC Championship game by a score of 20-17.
Yeah, I don't like that one either.
Yeah, especially since we beat them both times last year, and then get to the NFC Championship game and then lose that stupid game. So we'll see. This one feels different. Joining us right now from The Athletic, the one, the only, the kindest guy in the business, Matt Barrows. Good morning, Matt.
Shut up, Dave.
Well done. Well done, Matt.
Oh, beautiful Monday. How are you?
A lot at stake. Although you can make the argument that this is as much as pressure as there is for the 49ers to win tonight. It's the least pressure-filled of the 4 games they played the last 2 seasons.
I would 100% agree with that. Yeah, this is you never, and this is a home game against the Rams, so they not that necessarily has made a difference. The Rams got the best of them last year and went on and did some fun things. The dumb sports radio question, Matt, is going to be, do you expect Jimmy to do better? Let me make it a real question. If you do expect Jimmy Garoppolo to play better in this game, would you mind expanding as to why you think that will be the case?
Well, I mean, the main reason is that he was so bad against Denver that I think he has to be better. The question I have is, how quickly can you make up for what he was saying was the issue, which is, hey, I didn't play in the spring and the summer. And my arm is still kind of working its way back from that surgery. Those are major elements. So I don't know if 1 week can do that. I think that the game plan will address that. I mean, you go back to the 2020 season, and we should note that whenever the 49ers have needed a win to kind of get going again, they found the Rams on their schedule, and they usually beat the Rams. And I think it was the first matchup in 2020. They were coming off of a really awful game against the Miami Dolphins. Maybe the worst game in the Shanahan era. And Jimmy Garoppolo had been taken out of that game. He was dealing with high ankle sprains, and he wasn't himself, and he got in the hook in that one. And everything seemed lost that season. And they came up with a really good game plan, which was to get the ball into Debo's hands. This was before he became a wide back, with a lot of quick throws behind the line of scrimmage. And he was 6 for 6 targets, 6 receptions, a touchdown. It really worked against the Rams and sort of was able to get Garoppolo back on track. It was able to keep the Rams on their heels a little bit. It just seemed like a very smart game plan for what they had, what their problems were. And I wonder whether they'll do something similar today, given Garoppolo needs to get back on track, given that offensive line is coming off a bad game and is inexperienced and has to make up for the fact that its best player, Trent Williams, isn't there. So they have to have something. I'm kind of eager/curious to see what they come up with, because there are a lot of issues that they have to address. But this is a team that's done well at addressing those. It's been a very creative team over the years, and particularly so when they play the Rams.
Matt Barrows joining us here. Matt, I was thinking about, you talking about game plan, and Kyle generally draws up a pretty good one, but you don't always have to factor in the opposing team or an individual from the opposing team. But Aaron Donald's on the other side, and when you don't have Trent Williams, how do you think they scheme tonight to do their best to neutralize a guy like Aaron Donald?
Yeah, it's funny because sometimes they'll have really great games against Aaron Donald, and sometimes Aaron Donald will look like himself and just wreck the games. And, the 49ers are always striving to get combination blocks, get two guys on one defender, and that sort of opens the door for their running game. And it's tough. When the Rams play this new style, I want to say it's a new style of defense. It's the Vic Fangio style of defense. So if the 49ers are struggling, blame Vic Fangio. But people remember it from the 49ers days. It keeps 5 big bodies along the line of scrimmage. So you've got that as an issue in getting those combination blocks. And then you've got the fact that Aaron Donald just wrecks those things. I mean, you want to double team him. But if there's a high number of defenders on the other side of the line, then it just makes it more difficult. So it's a good scheme, and it's a great scheme to have when one of your defenders is Aaron Donald.
Matt Barrows with us. Bobby Wagner seems to have made a difference so far, obviously helping on that run game, or defending it at least. Do you see, with Trent Williams out, and even if he was in, George Kittle being used as an offensive lineman a lot more tonight?
Well, we saw that as soon as Trent Williams left the game in Denver. A lot of people were asking, why isn't George Kittle getting targeted more? Well, he was having to stay behind, at least kind of do some chip blocks. The 49ers were getting killed by those defensive ends in that game. You might be able to argue that, okay, the Rams' defensive ends aren't nearly as good as the Broncos were, and aren't as good as they were last year when Von Miller was there. So I don't know. I mean, I think Jimmy Garoppolo would love to have George Kittle out there as a target. Maybe somehow adapt that quick passing game I was describing from a couple of years ago with Deebo Samuel, and then you do something similar with George Kittle. That could be effective. He hasn't really had a big game in a while. This would be a wonderful time to sort of break him out. But yeah, that's what you sort of have to deal with. Is if your tackles are struggling, then you keep a tight end in to kind of help out on the pass protection.
Matt, we've seen this team give up, 12 points a game roughly here, best in the NFL. But Bears, Seahawks, Broncos, none of those have the offensive abilities of the Rams. I do believe this Niners defense is good. How much more do you think we learn about that group tonight against the Rams offense?
Yeah, I mean, every outing you're going to learn a little bit more. And, this one, you had the 2 rain games. I thought that sort of tamped down the scoring a little bit. And Russell Wilson was in that offense is still kind of finding its feet in Denver. This one, I mean, no Odell Beckham, but they're capable of scoring some points. So this will be the best offense, an offense that kind of knows itself, unlike the Broncos kind of figuring itself out. So it'll be a great test, and I'm always eager to watch Talanoa Hufanga, and I'm sort of curious. This is the last week that Jimmy Ward has to miss with that hamstring injury that he suffered back in training camp. When he's ready to play again, what do you do if you're the 49ers? Because that safety duo has been quite good. That's Hufanga and Gibson back there. When Ward is ready to come back, some have suggested that he could play nickel cornerback. So you would have essentially three safeties back there, three very experienced safeties, and you wouldn't upset the Hufanga-Gibson duo. So the 49ers are about to have some options in that secondary with Jimmy Ward and Jason Verrett, at least practicing with the team and perhaps coming back to the active roster.
They'll have some opportunities. You'd think of that secondary, 4 touchdowns, 5 picks for Matt Stafford so far this season. Matt Barrows of The Athletic with us. Going back to the rushing, the Rams have given up 121 to Buffalo out of the gate, and then 65 and 70 rushing yards the last 2 weeks. In your mind, is this going to be we're going to load the box up and make Jimmy beat us? And how do you see the rush distribution going in that backfield?
I mean, I'll get to I'll address the second part of your question first. The word out of Denver was that Tevin Coleman, who had just been signed a couple of days ago, before that game, would have played had it not been at altitude. He suffers from a sickle cell trait, and that can be problematic at altitude. So he didn't play in that game, but it sounded that if that game had been played at sea level, he would have been in there because he is very familiar with that offense, having played for it in Atlanta for Shanahan, in San Francisco with the New York Jets, which is essentially the same offense. So I think he's going to be up. I think it's going to be Jeff Wilson and Tevin Coleman. And, the whole kind of refrain from coaches was that, oh, boy, Tevin Coleman looks really explosive. And I know fans are wondering, hey, is that the same Tevin Coleman that we saw in 2020?
Yeah.
But I think that they are looking for an explosive element. I don't know if they fully trust Jordan Mason, who's the one healthy rookie on the roster right now. And Marlon Mack is still kind of figuring out the offense. So that's my guess, is that it's going to be Jeff Wilson and Tevin Coleman. I think the 49ers are going to try to run the ball as much as they can. This is going to be this is what I wrote about this morning. This is basically the same defense that they saw last week. It's that Fangio defense. The Rams run it. The Broncos run it. A bunch of teams run it. And it does a good job against the 49ers offense, particularly the outside zone runs that they like to run. So until the 49ers can solve that, these teams are going to line up a loaded box, and they're going to make Jimmy Garoppolo hit them over the middle. You might recall from the championship game that Brandon Ayuk had a nice game, had some really good downfield passes. That's what's open. That's what's available. So Garoppolo and Ayuk and Deebo Samuel as a wide receiver need to connect on those, and that's the way to solve this defense, is to beat them over the top.
If you want to read that awesome stuff from Matt Barrows, go to The Athletic online or get the app, or both, as I do, and read the best Niner coverage you can grab anywhere. We appreciate it. And a rare preview episode with Matt Barrows. We will recap not one but 1.5 games we'll do tonight, and the following follow-up as well with you next time we talk. Appreciate you, Matt, as always.
All right, anytime, guys. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
I stumbled there because I was like, oh God, are the Niners on a bye next week? When do the buys start? They're starting soon.
I think
right?
it might be this weekend or next weekend. Yeah, it's coming up.
We will take a break. When we come back, we got a lot in front of us, but I want to spend some time with you on what else we need to preview for tonight. These teams are very familiar with each other. What has changed since last year? What has stayed the same? And again, Jimmy Garoppolo is going to have to beat him with his arm more than likely. How is that possible? We'll try to explain it next.
When it comes to the Kings, nobody has you covered like we do.
Sitting across from me, Domantas Sabonis, does it feel like kind of you're like right back on the bicycle with De'Aaron and you feel really comfortable and confident with this offense and how the rest of the guys fit around you now?
They're just helping us excel our pick and roll game at a higher level with amazing talent around us. Shooters, drivers, they can do a bit of everything. So it's just going to open up a lot of things. And then I'm really excited.
The best Kings talk. The flagship. Sactown Sports. Your local sports leader.
Your back-to-back Big Sky champion Sacramento State Hornets return home this Saturday, October 8th against Northern Colorado. Head out to Hornet Field to witness Sacramento's hottest team and cheer the Hornets on to another Big Sky championship. Saturday is Breast Cancer Awareness Night, and fans are encouraged to wear pink. So don't miss out on the excitement of Sacramento State football this season. Kickoff Saturday at 6. Get your tickets now at hornetsports.com. Stingers up.
Join Dollar General at the warehouse hiring event being held Tuesday, October 4th from 8 a.m. until 12 p.m. at the West Sacramento, California Fresh Distribution Center, 3771 Channel Drive, Suite 150. Starting pay of $19.50 per hour. In addition to weekly pay and great benefits, Dollar General is also offering tuition-free degree and secondary education programs to you and your immediate family. To apply today, text DG Warehouse to 25,000. Dollar General, an equal opportunity employer.
The 94th most popular celebrity from Carmichael.
How popular do you want to be?
Meets a Celtics broadcasting legend.
Celtics are going to go for the win. Everybody here at Golden One Center on their feet.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Apropos of nothing, we were just talking about it for a completely different reason. Somehow it came out over the weekend. I don't even know where they get this information that Rocky, the Denver Nuggets mascot,
I know him,
is the highest paid mascot in the NBA, making $625,000 a year.
Wow, good for Rocky.
It's according to the Score, so it's got to be true. That's more than 10 times the average pay for a professional NBA mascot, which is typically somewhere around $60,000.
Do you think we're going to see a mascot union form
now? Yes. Listen, Slamson doesn't talk, but I'd like to growl with him and find out how, Slamson's been here for a while.
Yeah.
And he's a pretty athletic lion.
Very much so.
I hope he's at least making six figures.
That'd be nice.
And I know some of these mascots, and Slamson especially, Slamson's been everywhere. He's gone back home to Africa and done tours there for NBA Care. He's gone to, I think, every continent except Antarctica. So that they get pick up a little extra. Maybe he picks up the. He might pick up the lion's share of his salary abroad.
Yeah.
Because, all right, I hope he. That just seems like an outlier. I think mascots are amazing.
Yeah.
$625,000.
That's living right.
Now, I was just about to say, I'll do it for something. Then I was like, oh my God, that's
a difficult job.
I would be the worst. I could do no stunts. I do the thing where I go on the trampoline and just fall.
Slamson's eating popcorn again.
Right. Hey, Slamson's sitting in a chair. Slamson's scaring kids.
Slamson's arguing with the refs.
Right. Why is Slamson trying to eat a brownie?
Yeah.
Slamson's sleeping. That's about it.
Slamson's tired.
Right? Or if this was a few months ago, I'd be like, I didn't know lions smoked. Just over on the side. See?
Slamson's complaining about the heat.
Slamson's put on a few things. They have to get that one suit for Fat Slamson out. Oh, no, that would be a case where
why is Slamson on a ladder?
Whatever bootleg Slamson would beat me on that one. Dunkson, thank you. Let's get back to the Rams and Niners. Yeah. Jimmy Garoppolo is going to have to beat them with his arm. I don't mean physically. Well, I guess I kind of do, but not in that way. I was looking at this. Would you believe that on November 17th, 2019 against the Cardinals, Jimmy Garoppolo threw for 424 yards and 4 touchdowns?
That's like a combined couple of games together.
I was just looking at career highs for Jimmy, and he had one game where he threw for 424. But then you go down in his career 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He has 9 games where he's passed for over 300 yards. Like 9 whole games.
I know. Like if you were to ask, like, hey, what numbers do you need to see from he really is not a numbers quarterback.
He's not.
And his stat is wins. You'd like him to do more, but the obvious is he's got to be better than last week. But it's, can you convert the big third down? Can he make the throw that he has to make? There's a couple of those a game. Keep a few series alive. The defense is great.
Yes.
Basically, don't screw it up.
Yeah, just exactly. Let the defense,
And last week was such a don't screw it up game because you're probably going to beat the Broncos, but they screwed it up, and he screwed it up. He was part of it, a big part of it. He did not have a good game.
So here's something that's kind of silly for you. Jimmy Garoppolo has 5 combined. Oh my God, this is actually crazy. Jimmy Garoppolo has 5 combined games in his career where he's thrown for 3 or more touchdowns.
Okay.
He's thrown for 3 twice and 4 3 times. I just let that marinate for a second. Last year, last year, Patrick Mahomes threw for 3 or more touchdowns 7 times.
Yeah.
7. Last year, 7. The Garoppolo has 5. Yeah. So it begs the question, Jason, because I know you're old school enough to know this reference. Is Jimmy Garoppolo better looking Alex Smith?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of what he is? They both just seem to be game managing.
Right. And that's kind of a negative term in football. I don't think it has to be. And specifically for this team. I'm going to go to like the makeup of the team. They know they win with Jimmy Garoppolo. They've proven that. They've won. Obviously, they haven't won the whole thing with him. But the collection of the team is good enough to get them there. Why they felt they needed to get Trey Lance is because they felt, in my mind, that they could be better even at that position and have a young guy that lifts everybody up as they go along. So the fact that Jimmy G's still here, play to those strengths, hopefully his leadership, hopefully limiting mistakes, make the most important throws, get the ball to the other people, let them go, let them be creative, and just kind of work through the Rams, right? It's not we're not going to see a lot of Mahomes stuff or Rodgers stuff from him. It's just not in him.
No, that's not who he is.
Yeah.
And now I'm going down this rabbit hole mentally that I don't need to go down because if Jimmy Garoppolo is better looking Alex Smith, does that mean the Niners were hoping Trey Lance was the Colin Kaepernick to Jimmy Garoppolo from Alex Smith? 2 guys, small schools, both mobile, both good arms, both they were hoping coming in. I mean, again, different draft circumstances. Sure. Like they gave up a ton to get Lance. Kaepernick was, Kaepernick. But Kaepernick was not Alex Smith. It was a completely different type of quarterback. And it ended up, it got them, as a matter of fact, it got them about as close to a championship as Jimmy Garoppolo got him. The game against the Ravens with the huge comeback after the power got shut off. And it's not an exact situation, but is this a second coming of that?
Yeah, it's pretty similar. I'm trying to remember, and you might be able to remember this better. It felt like when Kaepernick was drafted, there was some excitement, but it still felt like it was Alex Smith's team.
100%.
Until it wasn't.
100%.
And remember, Alex Smith was still starting, then gets the concussion. Oh, we're going to bring in Kaepernick. And they used him in a couple of gimmick plays every once in a while. And then it's like, hey, this guy's pretty good. Alex Smith was still on concussion, but then he lost his job.
Yeah, it was absolutely an injury replacement situation with Alex Smith.
Where last year I felt like you draft Trey Lance, you probably wanted to go with him last year. And whether that was camp, whether it was what they saw, still believing in Jimmy G, they really didn't give the full reins to Trey Lance. But then they went all in this year. They're like, this is our guy. This is our QB. And now, of course, we know what happened later since with the injury. But the fact that they play the Rams twice this month, man, they're going to be done with the Rams by the end of the month. It would be ideal to get both. If you got to get at least one, though, against his team.
Done with the Rams until the playoffs. maybe even. We'll take a break. When we come back, Kings, Lakers tonight.
Is it for real?
This time it's not for real, but it's opening of preseason, and we'll tell you where to hear it.
Are you calling it a must-win?
At this point, I think this is a must-win.
Okay.
It 100% is a must-win. Well, we'll do that next.
Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports 1140. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people that play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports 1140. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility, and Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality, and Safe Credit Union. Let us put you first.
I'm with Vince Bloom, the big guy at Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge. Vince, I suppose you're wearing your big guy football jersey because, well, it's football season.
That's right.
And you're number 60, which is significant because...
Because for over 60 years, the name Lasher means a great deal.
Then you must have a great play in mind for Ram Power Days.
I do, on Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s.
All I can say is you better be going deep with a discount.
I'm going all the way to the red zone.
The red zone?
Save $11,000 off MSRP and over 35 new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s.
$11,000 off Ram 1500 Bighorns? That sure beats the competition, Vince.
I know. I'll say it again. During Ram Power Days at Oak Grove Dodge, save $11,000 off MSRP on over 35 new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s. Only at Lasher's Oak Grove Dodge in the Oak Grove Auto Mall and online at oakgrovedodge.com.
Includes $5,500 in California National Chrysler Capital Conquest and select inventory retail bonus cash. Must finance the Chrysler Capital OAC and have qualified vehicle for at least 30 days. Sample bin 420627 ends 10/3/22.
Side Clinic. Are you struggling with ED and sick of the pills? Well, we have a major medical breakthrough. The WAVE technology at Coastside Clinic was tested by Cambridge University and the Cleveland Clinic, and the results are in. It's proven to increase blood flow by repairing blood vessels. No pills and no side effects. If you're ready to put a stop to your ED by treating the root cause, call us now. And not only will the assessment and blood flow ultrasound be free, we'll also include something unique. I don't think I've ever seen it fail. This is a $600 value, free to those that call in the next 2 minutes. 916-603-2000. That's 916-603-2000. Guys, put a stop to your ED and get your love life back. Call Coastside Clinic now to qualify. 916-603-2000. That's 916-603-2000.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sep Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is. Live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sep Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sep's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael, Dave, and listen, even though it may not feel like it sometimes, fall is officially here. The weather may be a little bit uncomfortable, too warm for me. 1 minute it's cool and raining. I love that. But the next day it's hot and sunny. What can make you comfortable inside, though, is knowing your AC and furnace will be working properly and efficiently for whatever temperature it is outside. Take advantage of American Energy's $49 AC or furnace 30-point tune-up today. Make sure you and your family are ready for the changing weather. 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Time to check out Coastside Medical Clinic, who's dedicated to providing breakthrough remedies for men.
Sactown Sports headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. It's been 176 days since the last time the Sacramento Kings took the floor, but that ends tonight as the Kings head down to LA to take on the Lakers in preseason game number 1. Coverage begins with game night at 6 p.m. on Sactown Sports. The 49ers take on the Rams this evening in a Monday Night Football battle of NFC West rivals. The last time these two teams took the field against one another was last season's NFC title game, which saw the Rams victorious on the heels of a fourth-quarter comeback, defeating San Francisco 20-17. The Raiders got in the win column for the first time this season yesterday against the Broncos.
Final knee, and the players scatter onto the field as the clock strikes 0, and it's a Vegas victory. Josh McDaniels, for the first time as head coach of the Silver and Black, gets a win.
Raiders running back Josh Jacobs led the team on the ground, rushing for 144 yards on 28 carries, scoring both of the Raiders' touchdowns. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, the only local sports show in the morning on Sactown Sports 1140.
Kings basketball tonight.
Yes.
How about that? You can join the YouTubes. Just go to Sactown Sports' YouTube page and get in there and have some fun. Yeah, let's see. We have anything. Oh, Earl says, can we get an FTL in the chat? Find the lie? Forward the loophole. Feel the lion.
Finally, geez.
Feel the lion.
Yeah.
That was one of the
I'm
slogans.
thinking about you as Slamson.
Yeah, and by the way, do we know this yet? Every year there's a theme the team puts out.
Mhm.
Feel the roar, raise the, I don't know.
Roof.
Yes, whatever it is. What is it this year?
Just win, finally.
Honestly, I would be all for it.
Break the streak.
Yeah. Although I got to be honest, just win, comma, fine. Just win.
Please.
Just win. Much like the guys who sang Walk the Dinosaur. Okay. You use parentheses.
Was not was?
Well, yeah, was not was. Just win in parentheses. Finally.
Yeah.
Why
How about
not?
Just win. Pretty please?
With a cherry on top.
Just win, dear God.
Or the love of God.
For the love of
Just win.
Could you just finally win? They'll get the first chance tonight against the Lakers.
Yes.
Preseason basketball, Staples Center, not Staples Center, soon to be bankrupt, probably crypto.com center or whatever it is. This time it is not for real. It is preseason. Not sure what we're going to see. Don't know if we're going to see LeBron. Hopefully we see Russ. Anthony Davis, not sure what they're doing with him. Probably wrapping him in bubble wrap.
Wow.
What if he actually went out there in bubble wrap with like his head sticking out, put him in one of those those
inflatable balls.
I think that would be legal if you put in one of them fat guy suits, you bounce off of people. I feel like
I'd be able to go around him.
Would the NBA be entertaining if one game a year everyone wore a fat suit that you bounce
Would
off
it be
of?
entertaining? It's really entertaining already.
Yeah,
That might be a
more
fun night.
entertaining. Jay Mars.
Question.
Yeah.
Let's say they do it. Wrap Anthony Davis in bubble wrap.
Yeah.
Does he get hurt if he pops the
Yes,
bubble wrap?
he's already out 4 to 6 weeks with a chip on his shoulder. There's a whole
Missing an
thing.
additional 3 weeks with goosebumps.
Yeah. he needs some cream for that or something. We'll see them all, or maybe we won't tonight. And again, as we talked about earlier, not everybody could join us earlier. Jason, what are you watching for most tonight?
The team's defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I mean, I think this has hopefully been an area of emphasis. We all know that has been the worst thing this team has had for the better part of a decade. I'll watch Keegan Murray. Very anxious to see how he fits. My thought on him in the summer was, okay, he belongs. Like, this guy is a good player. He is going to be a good NBA player. And I felt all along, Dave, he would be better with a guy like Sabonis and with Fox and other people that are. I mean, he was kind of option one in the summer league, and he did great with that. I don't even know what option number he is. Now, some nights he might lead the team in scoring. He might. He's got that ability. But there were so many times I felt summer league guys missed him on back cuts and different things. Sabonis won't, and others won't. I think he'll be a really good fit. So I'm watching him and the improved defense and the hopefully improved shooting.
I'm with you. I think the defense, and by the way, tough to see early on, and also tough to see with the score.
Right.
But I think you and I are on the same page. Like, will guys be talking? Will they be communicating?
Mm-hmm.
Will there are little things we can see? Will there be help? Will there be double teams? Will there be a different? I think it's one of those you won't know until you see it, and when you see it, if you do, you can point to it and go, "Oh,
right.
That's interesting."
Right. And then tomorrow when we're back, I mean, I think we have to be careful in one preseason game. If they look great, not to go too crazy, though I would rather see that. And if they don't look so good, not to go too crazy. But that's where there will be good defensive games this year. They even had them last year, but they were isolated. Like,
right.
Can you do it consistently? You go, wow, 3 of the last 4, they were a good defensive team. 5 of the last 7 or something. Like, you just want to build good habits. And it starts with games like tonight.
I told you I'm really looking for Davion Mitchell to take a leap this year. I'm also, I hope we have an opportunity to see Davion Mitchell and Keegan Murray on the floor at the same time. Because here's the other thing about the two of them, too. They both, okay, so we talked last year about how Monty McNair seems to have a type.
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, we don't know what Davion's going to do in his second year. We don't know Keegan Murray like the back of our hands yet. But if you take their histories to this point, unless there's a massive change, they're both quiet giants. They're both, I'll show you with my play. They're not the fiery, outgoing, yelling, screaming type. And Tyrese Halliburton was sort of the exception there, you know, where he, Tyrese is a leader. He's a born leader, that type of thing. I think the future of this team is Davion Mitchell and Keegan Murray. I truly do. And not just because they're the last 2 draft picks. I think that is part of, I think Monty McNair is molding this team in the image he wants. And I think it's not just he has a type, Jason. When you talk about those 3 draft picks, now add in Domantas Sabonis. Same attitude. Quiet, not outwardly demonstrative. Just kind of does his thing, workmanlike, businesslike, bring the lunch pail. And not that there's anything wrong with being the other way. In fact, we've talked many times about how they need a dog, how they need something more vocal. It'd be great to have Patrick Beverley on this team.
Yeah.
But you can see that type. I would like to see the 3 of those. The 3 of those folks, Mitchell, Murray, Sabonis. I'd like to see the 3 of them on the floor for certain sets. I don't know if we will, but I have a feeling we will.
Yeah. You brought up Beverly, too, by the way. The Lakers, just fizzled last year. I wouldn't be surprised. I know it's preseason, but if he, as a veteran, is like, all right, you're going to know I'm a part of this team, and you're going to know as soon as tonight. I don't know if Beverly's got something up his sleeve. Like, we're going to have a different attitude as the 2022-23 Lakers. I wonder if that's what he's thinking.
I think he is.
Yeah.
And I think that one of the reasons why the Lakers, listen, the Lakers are healthy. They're going to be right. I think as much of a surprise the Lakers were last year not making the playoffs, I think they're going to equally surprise this year. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they're going to be a top 4 seed.
Wow.
I really do.
Okay.
I think
so you're envisioning health and Westbrook is going to be better, or
it's
what?
Just simply going to come down to, I love the addition of the attitude like you talked about.
Okay.
Westbrook can't be much worse when I say that, but
it's got to be considerably better, though.
It's all going to come down to health.
Okay.
And which, of course it is, but it's really all going to come down to health. And who is this here? I think it's Earl again. Yeah. Earl says the fact that the Lakers didn't even try to move Westbrook and then brought in Patrick Beverley means they've given up on him completely. I can tell you this. They very much tried to move Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Desperately.
That's a difficult one to move.
I don't know if you guys saw the report in The Athletic this morning from Shams, Sam Amick, and I forgot who the third author was, excuse me, but the Lakers are still very much, I guess, considering trading Russ and their 27 and 29 first for Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. The Lakers will have a first-round draft pick again, I believe, in 2089, if that deal were to happen.
That's really strange. I know they've had an infatuation with Buddy Hield for a while.
I like Miles Turner.
I very much like Miles Turner. So you're going to go, what, Turner and Davis as your front court?
Yeah, because Davis can play the wing and, Turner could essentially be your goalie. And they both can stretch the floor on offense. That actually really opens up the offense.
And you go, what, LeBron?
That offense would be really good if Westbrook was still on the team.
Well, let me think. Hold on. Let me think about it. Would it be a Beverly Hield?
Yeah.
Beverly Hield. That's where I want to be.
Beverly Hield 90210.
There you go. See? So you'd have a Beverly Hield backcourt. That's fine. And then you go LeBron, AD, Turner?
Yeah, absolutely.
If I'm the Lakers, I absolutely do that. Screw it. You're already screwed anyways for the next 10 years.
And you still they picked up Schroeder.
Yes, they did. Who, by the way, that's another pesky type of annoyance type of play. The Schroeder's another mosquito. And I say that in a completely complimentary way. Interesting.
Yeah.
Tyler Hero is extremely rich. 4 years, $130 million. Jason, he'll be 23 in January.
Wow.
I bet he buys himself a new car.
Weren't you making that at 23?
I hate him so much. I don't even know.
No, we were making $120 a year.
Barely.
I was making $300 a week driving my 1981 Datsun pickup from here to North El Dorado Street in Stockton as the assistant manager of a telemarketing firm.
$300 a week? It's not bad.
I was rich, dude.
Yeah.
$300 a week at that age?
Sure.
Oh, my goodness. While all my other friends were getting ready to graduate college, I was running a telemarketing firm for $300 a week and commuting an hour to do it.
Scam.
Leaving
Excuse me.
Yeah. Leaving at 11 a.m., getting home at 11 p.m. Boy, was I feeling good about my life back then. And this punk's making $120.
Okay, it's a little more.
Tyler Hero coming off the bench mostly last year, but has played 55, 54 in 66 games in his career. So the injury prone, why isn't he street clothes hero? 20.7 points last year, 5 boards, 4 assists, hitting at a 40% clip from behind the arc. So Miami locks up Tyler Hero. It's just, here's the thing. $32 million a year. 32
for Tyler Hero
million a year.
He's a good player, but man,
and by the way, good for him. This isn't Tyler Hero sucks. 32 million for Tyler Hero. I know I keep saying it.
Might change.
Well, just to kind of give you an idea, and I know that the world changes here and there in the NBA, but that's exactly what De'Aaron Fox makes as a max player.
Yeah,
that's how much. Tyler Hero is a sixth man, good enough to be,
Yeah, he would start on a lot of teams.
Is Pat Riley thinking Tyler Hero is the Miami Heat's Manu Ginobili?
Pat Riley generally is ahead of the curve on a lot of things. So you questioning Mr. Riley?
Nope. We'll take a break. When we come back, news and notes as we wrap everything up. Oh, celebrity birthdays right after this.
You want Kings talk?
I'm a diehard Kings fan.
There's nowhere else you need to go but here. Kings games, Kings interviews, Kings breaking news, Kings coverage. Nobody has it all but us. Sactown Sports, your local sports leader.
Hey, sports fans, the team at M&S Auto Group loves it when a repeat customer tells a friend about their great truck shopping experience with us. We appreciate that. And if you're a newcomer, welcome. M&S Auto Group has more than 300 super clean cars, trucks, and SUVs on site, and plenty of 4x4s and American muscle cars for people like you that work hard and play hard. Want a new ride? Come and get yours. MS Auto Group. MSAutogroup.com.
Anywhere fans go to cheer on their team, there are behind-the-scenes MVPs ensuring everything is game day ready. We see you, Joe, fixing seats so every fan can enjoy every game. And Allie, who keeps her stadium running smoothly from the moment the first game starts to the last play of the season. At Grainger, you're our MVPs, and we're always here for you with supplies and solutions for every industry and 24/7 customer support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's Carmichael, Dave. You know, it's amazing how the housing market has shifted so quickly over the last few months, and having the right mortgage company on your side is crucial in this ever-changing market. We've got just that lender. Of course, it's my guy Shelby at United Wholesale Lending. You can check him out at refinancewithshelby.com. Shelby's team, well known in the real estate market, from real estate agents, title companies, appraisal companies. That makes all the difference. United Wholesale Lending will even get your offer fully underwritten and approved up front so you can compete with the cash offers. They're local, fast, and competitive. Even with rates rising slightly from their record lows, there's been an increase in inventory. The market is shifting from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Buyers now have the opportunity to shop for the home that's right for them instead of settling for what was available. The team at United Wholesale Lending can pre-approve you over the phone in under 15 minutes without even running your credit. Refinancewithshelby.com. That's refinancewithshelby.com. NLS number 279051, BRE number 01864354.
Kevin Harlan here from Monday Night Football on Westwood One. Join me and Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner for a great NFC West matchup. Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams travel north to take on the San Francisco 49ers with quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. Who will get the early division win in this great rivalry on Monday Night Football?
Get ready for the game with more details and preview at westwood1sports.com.
I had a nighttime routine for my frequent heartburn. I would drink milk, I would sleep upright with more pillows, but that painful burning stayed. So I made Prilosec OTC part of my morning routine. With just one pill in the morning, Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid production, blocking heartburn day and night. Now I have a new nighttime routine. I call it sleeping.
One pill, 24 hours, zero heartburn. With Prilosec OTC. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
O'Reilly Auto Parts specializes in keeping your car on the road. Not sure how much life is left in your battery? Our professional parts people will test it for free. If it does need to be replaced, we'll help you find just the right one to fit your car. Our Superstar batteries are built to handle even the toughest conditions. Visit O'Reilly Auto Parts today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
What's hot and what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Air and Solar, believing in a better customer experience since 1981. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good.
Brought to you by American Energy Air and Solar, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company and second opinion partner.
Hey! Who's hot?
Ooh.
In the studio right now, apparently.
Hey.
I'm not going to share what happened, but best to both of you.
Hey, thank you.
Anyways, but for realsies, who's hot? Mike Trout.
Hey, more on that later. Go ahead.
Mike Trout has now hit 100 home runs in his last 300 games.
Yeah, he has.
Do the math there. That's a home run every 3 games. That's good.
That's really good.
Yeah, Mike Trout, good baseball player.
He is a really good baseball player.
Yeah, and that means he gets to wear that hat they pass around in the Angels dugout 100 times.
Speaking of, and shouts to the actually somebody texted me, that buddy of mine, during the break, Jay. So Tyler Hero's making $32 million a year on this new deal. That's $2 million more a year than Shohei Ohtani is going to be making on his new 1 year.
Wow.
Tyler Hero.
Didn't even.
Yeah, I didn't either.
So basically, long story short, Shohei Ohtani should have been an NBA player.
Yeah.
Yes. Would have been a good two-way player, though.
Yeah, he would
yeah,
have been.
Absolutely. Who's not?
The Mets.
Oh,
bad
yeah.
week for the Mets.
Going into their weekend series with the Braves, they had a 79% chance to win the NL East. After they were swept by the Braves now have a 98% chance to win the division.
Oh, my goodness.
It flipped.
Yeah, that's not great. I mean,
wow,
Good
expert
breakdown.
analysis
Thank
right
you.
here.
Appreciate
Great
that.
breakdown.
Do's and notes right now, please.
Do's notes.
Stand by on this frequency. It's time for the news of the day.
Thank you for ruining the show and dropping a steamer on my journalistic integrity.
Today's important headlines, intelligent analysis, hard-hitting interviews. Yeah, this is none of those things. Here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Oh my God, I love those guys.
All righty. A couple things to get to in the world of sort of sports. Shouts to Kent Brown and Seth Hendrickson, my fishing uncles that you can hear each and every weekend on the station. But there's much ado going on in the fishing world, folks. What? The would-be winners of almost $29,000 at an Ohio fishing tournament were disqualified Friday.
Cheaters.
After it was discovered their fish was stuffed with lead weights and fish fillets. Now, did anybody else, because I'm guilty of this, when I first heard this and heard fish fillets, I actually thought, like, literally McDonald's.
100%.
Yeah, okay. All right. So apparently, like, fish, like actual fish, a fillet. Not a fillet of fish.
Because if you were looking for more weight, you'd go Big Mac.
You would 100% go Big Mac. Two old beef patties.
Big Mac or double quarter pounder?
Either one. Or
in the
even
name.
20-piece nugs.
Yeah.
Hugs.
I think they got the 50-piecers out now.
Jason.
50?
50? Yeah. Do they really?
I think so. I'll look it up.
God. Jason Fisher is the director of the Lake Erie Walleye Trail Tournament. Said he was immediately suspicious when one team's fish weighed almost twice what he expected they would at the Cleveland Championship weigh-in. I physically felt the fish, he said. I could feel hard objects inside the fish. The moment he discovered the alleged cheating was documented in several now viral videos posted on social media, showing Fisher surrounded by competitors slice open the fish with a knife, and pull out what he said was a lead ball. Jacob Runyon, who is one member of the two-person team that allegedly cheated, stood by silently watching. He shouted, "We got weights and fish!" The crowd lobbed insults. Quote, "You just lost everything." I'm trying to do the voices properly here. Said one person to the angler. The video also shows Fisher telling Runyon to leave and telling the crowd not to touch him. Did he order the code red? That's what it sounds like.
By the way, McDonald's 40-piece nug, not a 50-piece.
I mean, we had to work our way up.
They were going to win almost $30,000. And the sad thing is that these folks actually had won some of these tournaments in the past.
Now it calls into the question their entire careers.
Yeah. Asterisk.
I mean, honestly, are they the Barry Bondses?
Yeah, they can't go in the Fishing Hall of Fame.
No, they're out permanently. So, anyways, that's
a no-no.
Dare I say they're worse?
Yes. I mean, how are you not gonna catch them? And now apparently, I guess, according to Pat and Tom, they're suing the guys who got tossed, saying, "Oh, we didn't know. We didn't know it was stuff."
Oh, they're going Sammy Sosa.
Yeah, we caught the fish with fillets, and it must have eaten those.
They're going Rafi Palmeiro on them.
We were hacked.
Yeah, yes, we were hacked by other
fish stuffing people.
Well,
easy there, Tiger.
That's the
whatever happened to that dog?
That is the fishing cheating. Yeah. Speaking of other French sports, there's a cheating scandal rocking the chess world.
French sports.
Cheating in chess?
Cheating in chess.
What?
Wow. Yeah, but
was it Bobby Fischer?
Hey, by the way, honestly, have either of you guys heard of this? Heard about this? No.
I have.
Okay. So there's a theory that a player has been cheating in the world of professional chess for weeks. And the way the theory says he's been cheating is through the use of vibrating beads. Yes, those kind of vibrating beads. And yes, they're located there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who's giving him the intel?
Nice. Huh?
Someone in another room?
No, it's a smell test. 19-year-old Hans Niemann.
Oh, Hans.
From the United States. Defeated 31-year-old world champion Magnus Carlsen from Norway September 4th.
Oh, it was Hans versus Magnus?
Yeah, it was in the Sinkfield Cup, 350 gur in St. Louis.
Whoa.
Yeah, love it. Have you ever been? Oh, my God. It's the food. Carlsen withdrew from the tournament the following day. First time he's ever dropped out of a competition ever. And he tweeted a video of soccer manager saying, "If I speak, I'm in big trouble." So people are like, well, what does that mean? It was jokingly suggested during a stream on the Chess Bruh Twitch channel. Yeah, Chess Bruh.
Chess Bruh? My son's in chess club.
That someone must have used a vibrating something to wirelessly signal what moves he should make. Elon Musk has even weighed in on the whole thing. Well, on September 19th, they met again for an online match. Carlsen played just one move, resigned, and turned off his webcam. The gesture was seen as an act of protest. Now, this guy has already admitted to cheating. In a September 6th interview on the St. Louis Chess Club Twitch channel, which is not Chess Bruh.
Right.
Okay, but they are rivals.
Competition.
Niemann said he violated the rules by using computer assistants and online chess.com games when he was 12. And again, when trying to grow his Twitch channel at 16, but has never cheated in over-the-board matches. Stay tuned.
Wait till it comes out that he was hitting trash cans.
For the chess moves?
Mm-hmm.
He was... Is there a type of juicing for chess? Well, cocaine. But is
I was just going to say,
I
no,
guess.
isn't it like that Netflix show, the really good one that I watched?
Oh, with the girl? The girl that becomes the Queen's Gambit.
Queen's Gambit. Wasn't she popping it was like Adderall or something that was like really enhancing?
Yeah.
Remember she could see the pieces 40 moves.
I love
beforehand.
those little graphics too. She gave her all. Adderall. Celebrity birthdays.
Wow. Celebrity birthdays. We got a good list today. Let's start with the biggest celebrity on our list, the one, the only, Mike Barnbaum.
Mike.
It's Mikey B's birthday today.
It's Mikey B's birthday.
Boy.
Mike Barnbaum is
Gonna text my phone here pretty soon.
40. He's 40 years old.
Mike Barnbaum is 21.
I'll bet we're both so far off.
Jason doesn't even know, do you?
48?
48.
Really? Looks good for 48.
Yes, he does.
Wow, he does.
Happy birthday today to Gwen Stefani.
I love Gwen.
Gwen Stefani. Gwen Stefani is 50. Happy birthday. 50th
big
birthday.
one.
She looks great, too.
I'm going to say 48.
She is 53.
Yeah.
Look at that.
She's 53?
Hey, don't speak.
Yeah.
That's good. Oh, God, that was really good.
Happy birthday to Tommy Lee.
Jones?
Just Tommy Lee.
Tommy. Oh, God. No,
Hope
it just
Jones.
made me think of Antonio Brown.
I'm still surprised he's alive.
Yeah. By the way, Tommy Lee Jones, is he like 84 or something?
Like 1,000.
Tommy Lee. Happy birthday, Tommy Lee. Tommy is 60.
I'm going to say Tommy's 62.
I think you're right.
Tommy Lee is 60.
Oh,
Wow,
yeah.
you're on fire.
I was looking in the mirror when I said I think you're right. By the
He's
way.
on fire.
Happy birthday to Chubby Checker.
Chubby Checker still with us?
He's still with
Hey,
us?
we're not talking chess. We're talking checker.
Wow.
You guys play chess?
Yeah.
I have
Play
before.
checker.
I can't believe Chubby. Can we just pause for a moment and talk about how great it is that I'm such an idiot.
You looked him up.
I looked it up to make sure he was
You
still alive.
son
and
of a beast.
So how old is he?
How old is he? I'll tell you what. I'm gonna say 50.
I'll say he's 86.
What is he, Dave?
What? He's 80. Like you're kicking him out of the bar? He's
Yes.
86. Chubby Checker, or as his friends call him,
Chub Checker.
Ernest Evans,
Mm.
is 80.
That's it?
One.
Still, that's it.
81 years
81.
old.
Shout out Chub
Wow. That's just crazy.
Happy birthday to Hall of Famer Dave Winfield.
Can I just add real quick, by the way, that
Davey
that means he
wins.
was 19 when the twist came out.
Wow.
19. Wow. Good for Chubbs. Dave Winfield. Wasn't the thing he was drafted in all three sports, right? David Winfield. No relation to Mikey, I don't think. Dave Winfield is 60. Hey, you know what? Dave Winfield is 64.
Dave Winfield, 67.
Dave Winfield is 71.
Wait.
Yeah. Happy birthday to also Hall of Famer. I believe. Yeah, he's Hall of Famer. Dennis Eckersley.
Saw Dave
the
Winfield
old act.
play.
You're
play.
old.
And now he's old. By the way, all the people that appeared in that Solid Gold video I was talking about at the start of the show when it debuted, they're all in their 80s now. Who did you ask about?
Dennis Eckersley.
Dennis Eckersley is 64 today. Happy
I'm
birthday,
gonna
Dennis.
say Eck is 73.
No
Eck is
way.
68 today. Nev Campbell.
Oh,
love
God.
Nev.
Nev Campbell, dude. Might have been. There was a time where Nev Campbell was at the top of the Billboard charts for a young Carmichael Day.
Okay. So
Number
you're going
one.
to get really close to this
And
age.
Nev Campbell never appeared in anything tawdry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Never.
really?
No,
Never.
never.
Is that so?
you're
I'll
thinking
tell
of
you,
Wi-
Scream was pretty
You're
tawdry.
thinking, and I had high hopes for Wild Things, which great.
Shout
but
out Denise Richards.
not. Nev Camp. Happy birthday, Nev Campbell, who is 51 today.
Say Nev's 46.
Nev is 49.
You win again.
I do.
How about Bruce Arians?
Bruce Arians is 73.
Bruce Arians is, solid 70.
70. He is solid 70.
Finally.
And Stifler, Sean William Scott.
Sean William Scott.
Oh, Stiffmeister.
Happy birthday, Sean William Scott, 49 today.
Stiff turned 46.
46.
Late
Jay
comeback.
closed with two
Late comeback.
two spot-ons.
Thanks you so much. We got a lot to talk about tomorrow.
Yes.
Niners on Monday Night Football. Kings right here on the Sporty 1140 pregame at 7 a.m. Preseason basketball is here. For Jason, I'm Dave. We'll see you tomorrow. Jim Rose next. Bye now.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Divorce becomes a reality. You need a partner